Hunting the creek cause they want the look for too long. I remember feeling like brothers but nothing, feel like a group home. And I had told them I love them so much, to me it feel like you can't do wrong. I was trapping on the side of my granny crib, I was serving with two phones. I remember telling Julie don't know what a paddock is. Now it's the money make the girls spin, the money make the girls grin. The burn since 2010, whoever thought I would win. Back to what I sell a food stamp, I done grabbed a year from the coolest. I'ma get it on my own when I felt alone. I remember feeling useless. I remember serving to the cool kid, swing down 30 like a pool stick. Why you think you murdered to the news clip? What is it? Down when we started crying, that swear to God that he ain't do it. I remember being goofy, spending their last money on the Gucci. He just got tight just to give us some coochie. With the chill riding around with a goofy, I can actually say I'm feeling like money. I remember riding around with 100, had 12 with me riding 100. Gucci bagged up, 50-100. Super motivated, come from my dungeon. Like, why you call a dungeon the trenches? It don't matter cause I'm bringing my why you fall out with me just for attention? Niggas die when they pop up in my mess. Had to get this city of this. Took a perk and they got me in my feelings. The money make the world spin, the money make the girls grin. Been running since 2010, the world thought I would win. The money make the world spin, the money make the girls grin. Been running since 2010, the world thought I would win.
I been trying since 2007, my mama was struggling like I did. You gotta pay attention on that long. After I can say I got it together. 53% deep, thinking that I am not against it. I am a gentleman, we the one that handle murder like this. Like put your money on the ground, I ain't getting that. I done came a long way from the middleman. I got hits on the funds coming in. I can get 1,000 goals and I'm running them. If you know I'm about to start coming up, I put a key on the year, she's digging out. So my baby mama, we need a wig out. I'm too real for this shit, I done figured out. Got my foot in the street, trying to pull it up. You know, keep shit running them out. She don't never want me to pull out. I been it up to a little throw it out. I'm rockin' flow like ain't even pronounce. They give me, I love me a job. I made it up in this month. 300 shots, that's enough in this month. 100 of family, it's us in this month.
The money make the world spin, the money make the girls grin. Been running since 2010, the world thought I would win. The money make the world spin, the money make the girls grin. Been running since 2010, the world thought I would win.
Switches on my plate, go. And we will go, start to do really go.
Cherry, go, gave it to him, go. Go, certified, speak, go.
Not you supposed to be gangster, but something about the crazy. I don't think my artist bigger than your CEO. Why the hell she know I'm toxic, but still for me? It's pitiful right now, still pouring on the pain of beat. Crazy Rolex in my cut, still ain't seen a watch like this junk. All white goods, can't sit in here on her time of the month. Lane Jane shirt, but it's a stack, cause this ain't Saint Laurent. Call choppers in my dollars, so shooters hungry, get gobbled up. Stand up gap, won't speak on none that I see us out. Real weed, soon I snatch it, it's already bought. Went to the right doctor, her booty and her teeth. Saucy rum, condom in my pocket, anxious, I still f*** around. I put out game weak, I pluck, I tweak. Red and white supreme ski, 11 whips, I go Kyrie. Try to steal the recipe, you just a bad wanna be. Bipolar personality, that's why I switches on my geek.
Ride switches on my geek, go. And we do go, start to do go.
Hey, now how the f you used to find my business off? The folks that rockin' with you, they watchin' till you get dropped. I keep clutching on these glocks, cause these rock poppin' now I want. Ain't nobody on your block, cause I'm the one who scope the drop. I'm the one that knocked up on your down, he threw the roof at top. You know I spit a gun, they think you see a dog. It's 220 on the back, I just left a helicopter. It's a pint up in the cut, 20 bowls and a couple rocks. Hey, I'm sliding with a body, I'm sliding with a just got the drop from the look, I think of which public trail walking in the fountain, they thought it was trees. But 600 worth of drinking, thicker than grits.
Go, Cherry, go, gave it to him, go, certified, speak, go.
Listen, oh yeah.
Big boss, I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Go back twice in a row. 3 shitty bitches, praise all in my home. First thing, tell it all, wanna make a song. Love my birthday, make a song. She be all on me, she believe me. Don't need you at all. She believe me. She mad every time when I react. Got me posted all over the songs. Be out of my on the line, what I'm going for. You don't stick with me now, I don't run you a scene. Take off, say you didn't let it stand, it sting me. No so, it's big boss, and I ain't gonna be big. Bad boss, I'm about you on sexy. So just spend all out on me. In the back, B-R-A-C-E. No cool, take off, cause I know this like I'm in that no cool. Yeah, big boss, I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Go back twice in a row. 3 straight bitches, plans out of my home. First thing, tell it all, wanna make a song.
Scott, who's our number 1 running back? In your opinion, or do you know?
It would probably be Amarion Gainesmith and Xavier Ali. Gainesmith and Ali would kind of be sharing the duties, but Amarion comes out. He's the first guy out usually.
I know how to get it over in my mama's house. $1 million business, I ain't never talking about. Me and crazy. No cool. Take off, cause I know these ain't gonna have that. No suit. Yeah, big boss. I'm knowing I ain't here, not a young thing. Go back twice in a row. 3 straight bitches, praise all in my home. First thing, tell it all, wanna make a song. Let my birthday and make a song.
Here we go. This is what I want to see right here, Scott. This is what I want to see right here against them. So, hit it.
I mean, he's got a pretty looking kick.
Okay, good.
I mean,
hey, we're giving another one? No. Wait, are we? Oh my goodness, we are. Ooh. Damn, let's see this, bud. Okay. Don't lose the football.
Hey Scott, are you there?
I am.
Is Mike there too?
He is.
I'm just going to start the recording to see where you guys' mic levels are at.
Okay.
Alright, 1 second. Whenever you guys are ready, if you guys just want to say a couple lines.
Alright, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Ratcliffe Stadium in the heart of Fresno, where today it's more junior college football on 940 KYNO. Today it's the 1-2 Fresno City College Rams hosting the 3-0 Rams of San Francisco City College. Scott Bemis alongside Mike Brady as usual, and Mike, perfect weather out here, great day for football. What are you expecting?
It is beautiful. I believe that they fixed the field a little bit from last time that I was here with you. It's beautiful. It is a great looking day, and there's Rams coming after Rams. So I think that's a great aspect and something that I've lived my own life with, and And you and I, as friends and as broadcasters, we get to be a part of it.
Yeah, we know one thing tonight. The Rams will go home victorious tonight. We just don't know which one. How's that sound?
That's good. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right, we're about 5 minutes away.
Okay.
They don't cry. That's just an alibi. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry.
Kino, KYNO, the greatest hits on earth.
KYNO,
My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. And there is nothing in this world that can ever change my love. Something happened to my heart the day that I met you. Something that I never felt before. You are always on my mind no matter what I do. And every day it seems I want you more. My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. And there is nothing in this world that can ever change my love. Once I thought that love was meant for anyone else but me. Once I thought you'd never come my way. Now it only goes to show how wrong we all can be. For now I have to tell you every day. My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. And there is nothing in this world that can ever change my love. My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. And there is nothing in this world that can ever change my love.
After this song, we'll get it going. Minutes out. 1 minute.
All right.
Seconds. All right, here we go.
All right.
Fresno City College Rams football is on the air on 50,000 watt 940 KYNO. Time for Rams pregame. Brought to you by FFB, Bank on Better Services. Donald D. Dick Heating and Air, the home of Mr. Cool for 3 generations. Valley Remnants and Rolls, make it new again. Fresno Association of Realtors, we're here for you. EM Fart, the transportation people. And by Fashion Furniture, there's nothing like it in all of California. Now, here's KC24 and CBS 47 sports anchor, Scott Bemis.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ratcliffe Stadium in the heart of Fresno for some more junior college football on 940 KYNO, and specifically Fresno City College football. Today, the Rams of Fresno City College coming in at 1-2 welcome a traditional power, the 4th-ranked team in the state, City College of San Francisco. They're undefeated at a perfect 3-0. We know one thing today: the Rams will be going home with a win, as this will be Rams versus Rams, red and white versus red and white. These two have a storied history together. This is the 22nd meeting all-time between these two teams, a series that's been dominated by the Rams from San Francisco. And as I welcome in former Ram tight end Mike Brady, who'll be on the call with me today. Mike, Fresno City comes in at 1-2, two straight losses. You've been in a situation like that, I'm sure, at some point in your career where you're coming off a loss or coming off 2 losses in a row. What's the mindset of Fresno City College coming into this game today?
I'm hoping that Fresno City College remembers everything that you just said right now. I've been told that by the coach that was in his first year as a coach for Fresno City College football was when I played here. The second year, we went undefeated. The first year, we had 1 loss. I don't know if you remember guys like Maurice Morris, like Cameron Royale, or Mike Brady, who is sitting next to me. I
remember Brady, yeah.
We played against them. We did not win. I don't know what it is about them. It's Rams versus Rams, like you said. Who's putting their head down a little bit more? I don't know. It's Rams versus Rams. And today, if I was in that field house today, before I'm up here with you, I would just say it's time for us to put in a little bit of more of an attitude that they're personally coming from the Bay Area to Fresno with. It's time for us to win. You're coming to our house. It's time for, I told you this last time I was with you in here. It's our house. Close the door and make a play or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 and just keep going and win this game. That's my perspective, being that I'm an ex-Fresno City College Ram and not a San Francisco City College Ram.
Yeah, you mentioned head coach Tony Cavilla. He's no stranger to this rivalry. In his 25th year, 24th season at the helm at Fresno City College, he's been a part of some of these games between these two schools over the years, and unfortunately he's been on the wrong side of most of them, so I know Coach C is going to be fired up. We had a chance to talk with the head coach earlier this week and get his thoughts and a little preview on what we're going to see today.
Gratitude to all Fresno City College.
All right, once again joined by head coach Tony Caviglia of the Rams. And, after the loss last week, you said, we're not going to panic. We're just going to kind of get back to work. What have you seen from your team at practice this week?
They responded great. You're exactly right. There's no panic in this team right now. Our culture is still extremely positive. We're not playing very good football right now, and we have a lot to play for. We kind of show them the course and the path that we're on, and we're just doing what he's asked for, a little more effort, and try to do things better off the field, on the field, at practice. We actually changed our term from practice to training, so it's more training than practice because we are training to play good football, and hopefully that shows up against a pretty darn good team Saturday.
The offense, obviously only put up 7 points last week. Now, we've seen some really good moments from them at times this year, but it feels like the overall consistency, right, hasn't been there. And, you've mentioned sustaining drives and finishing off drives. Is there something that you can work on as a team, or how do you get better in that area?
Yeah, we do have to finish drives. We had 7 drives of 8 plays or more against America River, and we didn't come away with any points. And that's frustrating. One of the goals, and we'll talk about the keys to the game. But we need to finish drives in the red zone and come out with points, and I think that helps our defense.
Defensively, for you guys, Quentin Johnson's kind of been a mainstay there. Kevin Washington has had some really nice moments this year. But overall, some similar problems, I guess, to offensively, right? Like a little bit of inconsistency at times, giving up some big plays. And what would you like to see out of your defense going forward?
Well, I think our defense is they're still trying to find themselves. We're playing a lot of more players at the American River game. We played more players than we did in Sierra. We're just looking at our crew, and we have some really solid players, and we're trying to get them in the right spots so they can make plays. I like to see our defense play a little bit better on third down. We were a little bit above 60% on in our first 2 games, and we were not very good against America River. So we need to get off the field on defense, and and then just kind of solidify roles. And I think we're going in that direction.
You mentioned it. Playing a really tough opponent this week. City College of San Francisco coming in undefeated, ranked number 4 in the state. Do you really need to say anything, during a week like this to get you guys motivated? Because, they know what's on tap for them on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows how good San Francisco is, and this is one of the better teams that I've seen in a long time. I would have been concerned if we didn't practice well, but I think we had our best 3-4 days of practice this week. Kids showed up and pushed themselves, and we were very competitive in practice. And I think that's just a good indicator that they know what they're up against and know what they have to get ready for.
San Francisco, I was looking at the numbers, defensively kind of jumped off the page at me. They're only allowing 27 yards rushing per game through 3 games, which is 3rd in the state, a little under 11 points per game overall. So you're going to have a challenge in front of you.
Yeah, they're really good. They're solid up front. They got a really good linebacker, bounced back from Washington State, and I think he's probably up and around 30, 40 tackles already this year. And they're fast, they're physical. They don't try to fool you. They don't blitz a lot, but they line up and play, and they're good at it.
And then on the other side of the ball for them, quarterback Dorian Hale, he can throw it, he can run it. He's their leading rusher as well, really good athlete. What do you see from him?
Yeah, I'd say a dual threat quarterback. He played at DSL High School up in Concord, and we told our defensive guys to tackle him like he's a running back, not like he's a quarterback. I think it's imperative that we know when he has the ball in his hand, we can get to him and tackle him because he's really fast and he's elusive.
All right, Coach C's keys to getting a W.
I think right off the bat, as a team, we've got to win the turnover battle. We've got to get some turnovers. That's really, right now, the foremost thing that we're looking at. Offensively, we want to win the time of possession. We want to hold the ball. We want to kind of help our defense in that respect. And we want to score 100% points points in the red zone. We're across the 20-yard line. We need to get points. Be a touchdown, field goals, but we got to come in with points. And we talked about that all week. And defensively, we have to tackle better than we have had in the American River game. We gave them an 8 or less missed tackle for this game, and it's going to be tough to do, and we need them to do that. And then also defensively, we got to make sure we corral that quarterback, because he's pretty special, and I think he's the cog of our offense.
All right, that's head coach Tony Caviglia of the Rams. All right, always great to hear from the head coach here in pregame. Head coach Tony Caviglia, not used to being 1-2. Remember, last year the Rams were 1-3 to begin the season before they reeled off, I think 5 straight wins to get back to 6-3 before dropping that season finale to Modesto. The Rams then went on to win their bowl game, of course. Now, let's take a short time out now as we're counting down to kickoff here at Ratcliffe Stadium. When we return, we're going to hear from one of the Rams' sophomore stars on defense, Quentin Johnson. That, when we return, you're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
Since 1972, A&P Auto Detail has shampooed more carpet, polished more paint, and made more used cars look just like new than any other shop in Fresno. But now, it's really wow! Introducing 3M Ceramic Coating. This is the science of shine. It's a high-gloss finish and high-impact results. 3M Ceramic Coating is durable, lasts up to 5 years, and gives your paint that wet look of new polish. It's also easier to maintain because the extremely slick surface doesn't allow dirt to accumulate. A&P uses quality products by both 3M and McGuire's. Only experienced technicians will touch your car. At A&P turn with 3M ceramic coatings. Trust your car to A&P Auto Detail on Blackstone, just north of Olive. A member of the Better Business Bureau. Call A&P now and get wow! 237-2236. That's A&P Auto Detail at 237-2236.
KC24 and CBS 47 sports anchor Scott Bemis back here at Ratcliffe Stadium alongside former Ram tight end Mike Brady. We're about, I'd say about 10 minutes away or so from kickoff here between Fresno City College and City College of San Francisco. Some great junior college football today here on 940 KYNO. And each week here on the pregame show, we like to get to know one of the players a little better, get his thoughts on today's matchup as well. This week, we caught up with one of the defensive captain for Fresno City College, Quentin Johnson, a young man out of Detroit, Michigan, actually, shares the team lead in tackles for the Rams, and we had a chance to get to know him a little better earlier this week. All right, we're joined now by Quentin Johnson, one of the outstanding linebackers for your Fresno City College Rams. And Quentin, here you guys are. You're at 1-2, heading into a game against City College of San Francisco, one of the traditional powers, in the state of California. What's the mindset of the team at this point?
We had a lot of adversity, the past 2 games, especially coming off 2 losses back-to-back. But like Coach C always says, short fuse, short memory. We have a new one, trying to be 1-0 every week. And then that's the mindset, just being 1-0 every week, doing what we can. This is a big game, playing San Francisco City, and we got the home advantage. So, just being confident and being positive and just keeping the team up, even through, ups and downs and the losses. But, just 1-0 every week, that's really a big deal for us. That's what I'll say about it right there.
You're one of the captains on this team. So how much responsibility do you put on your shoulders during a week like this where you guys are kind of in a little bit of a down right now to kind of get the team back up?
I would say I put a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, especially when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, making sure everybody dialed in and locked in during practice, and just mainly lifting each other up. You never know how people feeling and how the team's feeling after 2 big losses, but just showing, as long as my head up, I believe other players behind me will keep theirs up as well.
Let's find out a little bit more about your story. People may not know, you're from Detroit, Michigan, played at Voyager Prep Academy in the state of Michigan. Tell me first off about how you ended up here at Fresno City. What was the journey to come here?
It was a long journey, a lot of hesitation, especially leaving home all the way from Detroit to Cali. It's a big difference. rather than just being home and playing. School is close by family. But I originally committed to Division II out of high school, which is in the GLIAC lead. It was fine. Nothing was wrong with the program. I just felt like I could, be somewhere better, So I kind of started getting in touch with my brother because he played at state and, trying to get in touch with the coach, maybe become like a preferred walk-on. And once I got here, it was a little recruitment issue with, coach leaving, they had a big change, switch up. So that's when my brother introduced me to Fresno City College, and that's how I got here. I met the coaches that same day once everything went down.
Hey, you're the brother of Valet Washington. You two are half brothers. You're both on this Ram football team, and Valet spent a little time at Fresno State as well. So you were thinking about becoming a walk-on there, and then the coaching change happened from DeBoer to Tedford, and you ended up here at City. Quentin, if you don't know, shares team lead honors and tackles with Kevin Washington at this point from his linebacker position. He's been all over the field, and not only can he tackle guys, though, but you could run the football a little bit. In that first game against Diablo Valley, the ball ended up in your hands on a blocked field goal. So I went back and looked at some of your high school tape, and you played some quarterback, right? Out of the wildcat position, and you were bowling people over. I mean, tell me about your high school days running the football.
My high school days was a dream, man. I wish I could get them back. I
hey, Kyle.
The running position,
yeah.
Out of this, we're not going to take a break. We'll just come back and it's probably going to be about kickoff time around that time.
Okay, got it.
And I had to run wildcat. I had to do it. I had to do,
Should I just do the game open then?
It was fun, man. Just pounding through guys. I'm a big physical guy. I like to, hit a lot. So, but yeah, I miss those days, man. It was really enjoyable moments in high school.
So you obviously want to continue playing on. Have you heard from anybody? Anybody reach out to you yet, maybe at the next level?
Yes, I recently just found out today that a couple schools are, interested. Has been talking with Coach Brown, a couple schools from Florida, and I think Division I's, and then also recently got in touch with UW, University of Washington. Been talking with Coach Inns. He asked for my film from the past 3 games and stats. So that's, very proud moment. Just keep working, very humbled. Just thanking God, that I can, even get the interest from those coaches.
Time for a Fast 5 here with Quentin Johnson of the Rams. 5 fun questions. First question, all right, a movie's being made about your life. Who do you want to play you?
Who would I want to play me? I would say The Rock. If I was, in a movie, I would want him to play me for sure. Big, physical guy, strong, Yeah, I feel like, and also funny, so all of the above, I'll choose Dwayne Johnson.
Second question, all right, you got a hidden talent or hobby that we don't know about?
Yeah, I got a hidden talent. I play piano, I play a little bit of drums. I play for my church back in home, and also I can flip, I can tumble. Yeah. Very good tumbler. I do a lot of that.
Question number 3. Another sport that you haven't tried that you always wanted to try.
Another sport that I never tried. I always wanted to try. I would say it would be probably golf. I would love to try golf. I know it's very tough, but my first time going to Top Golf, I know it's nothing like real golf, but just hitting a couple balls was this past year. So, once I started, I'm like, man, maybe, this might be a thing I'll probably try out, But I know it's very tough to that is something I'd like to try out.
I'd love to see those tee shots from Quentin. He could take it deep off the tee, I'm sure. Question number 4. What's the number one thing on your life bucket list that you want to do?
Skydiving. I know it sounds crazy. I know people like, man, we're jumping out of a plane, but that's one thing I always wanted to do. I'm not really afraid of heights and everything. Until you get up in a plane and try to jump off, right? But yeah, skydiving is always one thing I wanted to do.
Question number 5, our final question. What are you studying, and what do you want to do for a living after football?
I'm studying kinesiology right now. After football, I would like to stay within athletics, all around. I dealt with a couple, adversity when it comes to the body. So I would like to, not only studying that program, but helping kids out and giving back to my community or just the athletics all around the country with different kids and
Scott, you want me to do the game open instead?
just come right back to us. They're about to kick off.
Got it.
All right, that's Quentin Johnson, defensive captain for your Fresno City College Rams. Thanks, Quentin.
Thank you.
All right, perfect timing because we just kicked things off here between Fresno City College and City College of San Francisco, and that's Diego Betancourt on the return. He leaps a defender out past the 25. The ball gets knocked loose, but he was out of bounds there. So a good athletic play there from Diego Betancourt of the Rams, the 6'1", 190-pound freshman out of Campbell High School in Hawaii, the island of Oahu. So he's going to set up the Rams in pretty good field position here as they're going to mark him out at the 30-yard line. Mike, this couldn't be a better day for football here. It's, 86 degrees here at kickoff, going to steadily get just a little cooler, 78 degrees by 8 p.m.
It is a beautiful day, and he just returned that from about 8 yards inside of his own, their area there where they're looking to score, and we just took it out. We're out to, 30-yard line, you said? And, yeah, it looks about that.
Trujillo takes the snap on first down, hands it off to Xavier Ali, running right. He's got a hole, lowers the shoulder, runs over a man at about the 39, and gets right out near the line to gain, and they're going to give him a first down on the play. So 10 strong yards from Xavier Ali on first down.
Very strong yards. I'm impressed with the way that you said that, because that's what it was.
Alex Trujillo, of course, leading the Rams offense. That's the Rams of Fresno, of course, of Fresno City College. Both these teams, red and white are their colors, and they're both the Rams. Trujillo going to hand it off to Xavier Ali, and Xavier's got another nice hole here on first down. He's out past the 45, dragged down there. Just outside the 45-yard line, they're going to mark it there. So give him about 5.5 yards on the play. There's a man down on the play. That's Dylan Camp for San Francisco, a sophomore out of Jefferson High School in Daly City. So the trainers are going to come out and attend to him. And that gives us an opportunity to kind of talk about this Ram offense a little bit. Being led by Alex Trujillo in his, what would it be? I guess his third or fourth year of college at this point. He spent 2 years at San Jose State, then went to an Iowa Junior College for a year, then Fresno State for a year. So it's actually 4 years of college that he's already been through. Now bouncing back here at Fresno City. Alec, through the first 2 games, completing.
I'm a little upset to let you know, Scott, about this guy that just obtained an injury. He just left his helmet out there. Somebody else picked it up, and he was definitely injured.
Alec completing 61% of his passes. Yeah, that was Dylan Camp, who had to go off the field with the help of a couple of trainers. The Rams with a 2nd and 5 now from their own 45. Just underway here at Ratcliffe Stadium. 14 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. The Rams in their all-red jerseys with the white Rams on the helmets, and they're going to keep it on the ground here, and that's going to be Naomis Oswego on the carry. That's another first down for Fresno City.
And I love it when they're in that pistol formation that you and I have talked about in the past, and you hand it to them and it works out.
Alex Trujillo completing 61% of his passes coming in, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 18 of 27 last week for only 155 yards, though. Had the 1 touchdown and the 1 pick in that loss at American River.
And pistol formation again, Scott.
1st and 10 from the San Francisco 49. 2 receivers to Alex right. He's going to hand it off to Oswego again. He's going horizontal at the line of scrimmage, and that's not going to work as he is brought down there by Zone Wiranga, a 6'3", 235-pound sophomore out of Chandler High School, likely a former teammate of Mikey Keene in high school. Remember, Mikey Keene went to Chandler as well.
Yeah, correct. I also wonder if our offensive coordinator, who also might be our head coach, is going into that pistol formation because it was working against San Francisco Rams, not Fresno Rams, and see just see if they attempt. They're gonna try it again and see if something comes out of that that's different.
The Rams had a tough time running the football last week, but so far trying to establish the ground game. And here again on 2nd and long, another nice run by Fresno City as stepping into a hole there and picking up some good yardage is Xavier Ali. Once again, he's out near the first down marker. They're going to mark him a couple yards short at the San Francisco 41.
Correct. And Scott, would you in your own attempt, would you stay in this pistol formation and just keep trying to do the same thing?
I mean, I think it sets up some stuff as well, but until they stop it, you're probably going to want to keep running downhill on them. 3rd and 2 now from the San Francisco 41. Ali in the pistol behind Trujillo. They send Garrison in motion. They're going to give it to Ali, and Ali's got the first down. He's inside the 37, spins as he's being tackled, and falls forward to about down to the 37 is where they're going to mark it. So give him 4 more yards on the play. Let's move the sticks once again. The Rams playing some power football to start this game.
That's exactly where my mindset went. You said it great.
The Rams following that big offensive line, of course. Austin Smalley at left tackle. 6'5", 305 out of Clovis North. At left guard. You've got Adam Jarina in there right now, I believe, at left guard. Your center, Manny Hernandez, he's a 330-pounder. 1st and 10 now for Fresno City. Oswego now, he's got a hole. He's inside the 30. He's inside the 25. And Naomis with another nice gain. That's nearly 17 yards on the play. So the Rams are in business. They're into the red zone as they mark it at the 20 of San Francisco.
And you were right in saying let's continue to run this just right down their throat. I mean, I don't know. We're not doing anything special. We're just in a pistol formation and just hand them the ball and see where it goes. And I think that our offensive line, like you were talking about, came out with a little bit of aggression at the size that they're at.
You know, I saw offensive line coach Wiley Brand yesterday. He was all fired up, and we're seeing why, because the Rams are just running downhill. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Ali running again. He had a little crease there, got inside the 20, but a good tackle by San Francisco brings him down. After a short gain, he's only going to pick up 1 on that one.
Okay.
The Rams running behind that right side of the offensive line on the last 2 plays. I mentioned 3 of those big guys up front. Well, on the right side, it's even bigger. You've got P.J. Kamuta, 6'6", 350 at right tackle, along with Ricky Wells, 6'3", 340 out of Hawaii at right guard. 2nd and 9 for the Rams from the San Francisco 19. Trujillo, let's see if they throw for the first time. They are. He's looking left towards Aon. He's open, and it's just out of his reach. Just out of the reach of Aon in the end zone. Falls incomplete. They had him there.
So what I would say on that, Scott, is it looked as if it was still pistol formation, but there was no running back behind him. So what they were doing was they're showing that they're going to throw the ball. They did it against a defense that continues to come up now because of what Fresno City callers, not San Francisco Rams, are looking at. They wanted to see if you adjust, and you did, and we threw the football on it and just missed it.
Aon had the only touchdown for the Rams last week. All right, 3rd and 9 from the San Francisco 19. Trujillo going to throw again. He's flushed out of the pocket to his left. Looking, now going to run, and he's going to be tackled a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage and wrestled to the ground out there by number 20. That's Jalen Camp out of Terra Nova High School in Pacifica.
And Scott, when you had an interview with Coach Cavilla, Coach C, which was my own head coach, he talked about the red zone. Now we're stuck into a position now where you're gonna try to go for it, or you're gonna kick a field goal. And what are we doing?
We're going to kick a field goal here. It's Johnny Enriquez.
To try the field goal.
It's going to be a 39-yarder. He was nailing these in pregame warm-ups. Ashton Chalabian on the hold. Adam Jarena going to snap it. 39-yard field goal from the left hash. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick hits the left upright, and this time goes through. All right, good for Johnny Enriquez. A 39-yard field goal puts the Rams up 3-0. 9:15 left to play in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Old Cars and Motorsports newspaper. It's a seasonal publication for the car nut, gearhead, hot rodder, and enthusiast in the Central Valley. The paper features an events calendar for car shows, shines, and swamps, with plenty of stories about motorsports and the people that make it happen. Head into your local Napa or O'Reilly store for the latest issue. Old Cars and Motorsports. Thanks, Dino, for playing our favorites since the 50s. And thanks to the advertisers that make this magazine free to you.
50,000 watt 940 KYNO Fresno. The greatest hits on earth and Fresno City College Rams football.
Well, the Rams take the opening kickoff and put a nice drive together. mainly running the football. Several good runs from Xavier Ali, a few from Naomi Sasuega as well. And the Rams get a 39-yard field goal from Johnny Enriquez, and they take an early 3-0 lead here over City College of San Francisco, coming in at 3-0 and ranked number 4 in both polls, both junior college polls here in the state of California. Fresno City College, by the way, ranked 23 still in the coaches poll, 20th in the Sports Information Association poll after their 1-2 start. All right, Enriquez boots the kickoff away. It's going to be fielded there by Elias Williams, and Williams out past the 20. He's out to the 28. Actually, check that. That's Teddy Boris there returning that kickoff.
And he, the return man for San Francisco, he obtained a pretty big hit right there. I think that the Fresno City Rams, not the San Francisco Rams, the Fresno City Rams have come out with an attitude to just, we're going to hit you.
That was Hassan Mahasan, by the way, on the return there. The 6 and the 8 look very similar on those City College of San Francisco uniforms. All right, here we go. The Rams from the Bay Area starting things out here from their own 28. They're going to go to the air right away. Dorian Hale, the lefty, playing quarterback for San Francisco. A quick hitter to Jeremiah Crum. Short gain, 3 yards near the hash mark there on the left side in the flat. Quick tackle by Fresno City. It's going to be a 3-yard gain.
It was a great tackle by the Fresno City Ram. I don't see his number, but it was quick. It was taken care of, and they're going to continue to do the same. They're playing almost like a press like division in each side.
2nd and 7 from the 31, and that's going to be Tyree Washington on the carry for San Francisco, and he's going to lose a yard on the play as several FCC guys were in there in the backfield to bring him down. I think Gio Pifferini was in there along with Kevin Washington as well. So yeah, that's a TFL. That's a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Kevin Washington, the real standout for this Ram defense, along with middle linebacker Quentin Johnson. Kevin Washington out of Miami Central, a sophomore, plays that nickelback position, the hybrid safety linebacker role. Hale on 3rd down, going to the air again, and he's got a first down connection out there to his leading receiver coming in, Max Rodarty. He goes out of bounds outside the 40. They're going to mark him down at the 42. That's a first down for San Francisco.
And I guess my answer to that would be that was a cover 0 again. Let's press, and we didn't press on that play.
Dorian Hale in there at quarterback. He is in the shotgun here. He's got 4 receivers in the game. Hale going to fake the handoff to Washington this time and now come near side to the wide side of the field, and a good stick on that play by Fresno City as Yabrell Emerson, the young man out of Central High School, brings down the receiver, who was Darius Bedford, very quickly. Still a gain of about 4 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. Tell you a little bit about Dorian Hale, the lefty, starting at quarterback for San Francisco. 6 foot, 200-pounder out of De La Salle High School in Concord. He went to Sacramento State, was there for a couple years. 33 passing touchdowns, 15 rushing touchdowns at De La Salle, who's obviously one of the state powerhouses. Won section titles in his first 3 years of high school. They didn't play his senior year. On 2nd and 6, short gain this time for Washington, running to the short side of the field, the near side. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 now for the Rams from the Bay Area.
And the difference of what I was talking about earlier, that from an offensive perspective, would see that was cover 4. I think we're all trying to test each other. Rams versus Rams.
3rd and 4 now for San Francisco. Hale in the pistol with Washington behind him. They got 3 receivers in the game and an H-back. Washington trying to bounce it outside, looking for the marker, and he's going to get there. Very nice run that time by Tyree Washington, kind of just dancing around the line of scrimmage laterally, and finally found a hole and burst through it for the first down. They're going to mark him down at the Fresno City College 47.
And he was hit pretty hard after getting the yardage that he needed, so that's not relevant to getting the yardage, just to how hard you hit him, but he was doing some moves to not get hit by that.
The Rams, of course, coming off that loss at American River last week. They only rushed for 71 in that game, allowed 186 on the ground. 1st and 10 from the Fresno City 47. Hale, he can run it, and he's going to keep it on his own read, and he's inside the 35 until he's taken out of bounds by Diego Betancourt, but not before he picks up a very good gain. Give him 15 more yards on that play. It's a first down for San Francisco down to the FCC 32.
What was pretty unique about that was almost like a pistol like you and I have been talking about, but he had 2 guys involved behind him, and they all moved to the left while he gets the ball from his, from the center and runs right. So he's utilizing us as something he should be against. They're doing it again right now.
Hale was the leading rusher for this San Francisco team coming in out of the quarterback position. So you're going to see him use his feet today. He's going to throw this time, though, on 1st and 10 from the 32, and he's looking for his leading target again, Rodarty, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. It would have been a pickup of about 10 yards, but they say that he wasn't able to get a foot down. San Francisco coming in at 3-0, opened the season at Santa Rosa with a 58-14 win there. Then they followed that up with a home win, 24-3 over Sacramento City. Then a good win last week against a top 10 Butte team, 27-15 at George Rush Field there in the Bay Area. 2nd and 10 now for the Rams from the Bay Area in their white jerseys with the red helmets. Going to set up a screen to Washington. He's inside the 30, approaching the 20. He's got a first down. As San Francisco is into the red zone now, down to, well, they're going to mark him at the 20-yard line, exactly.
I mean, what a great play call by their coach, who's probably in the booth next to us, because I heard something. He said, run the screen. I can't say that on the radio, but I heard it. And I think that we're playing chess against each other, you know?
A lot of red on the field here. San Francisco and Fresno City College, they're both Rams. Hale in the pistol on 1st and 10 from the 20, going to hand it off to Washington. Washington gets to the line of scrimmage and then tries to bounce it outside, but number 40 of Fresno City, Keanu Kuma, says, nope, not on my watch. He brings him down after a 2-yard pickup. Kuma, 6 foot, 220-pound freshman out of Washington Union High School, and if that last name sounds familiar, it should. Kuma is the younger brother of Sydney Kuma, one of the outstanding softball players in the country right now. She's starring at the University of Georgia. She was, I think, a 4-sport star in high school. San Francisco operating from the Fresno City 18, 2nd and 8. Hale in that shotgun, takes a chest-high snap, throws it underneath to Rodarty. He's got it on a little middle screen, and he gets down to about the 11. There's a flag down on the play. Jeremiah Shelton in there on the tackle. San Francisco seems to think it's on FCC.
Yeah, that is not what I'm understanding right now. The referees are not even communicating; they're just looking at sidelines.
I think they're asking San Francisco head coach Jimmy Collins what he wants to do, whether he wants to take the yardage on that 2nd down play or take the penalty. Looks like he's going to take the penalty. Let's see what it is.
Offside on the defense. Number 44. 5 yards, previous spot, replay 2nd.
All right, so instead of 3rd and 1, he's going to take 2nd and 3 now from the 13. Jimmy Collins, in his 8th season as the head coach for San Francisco, a program with 8 state titles in its history. That's the most ever in the state, and 2 of those state titles have come under Collins' watch in 2015, his first year at the helm, and in 2021 as well. He replaced George Rush. The field is named after Rush at San Francisco. He was there for 38 seasons. Washington on 2nd and 3 again tries to reverse his field. Piperini of the red-clad Rams is there to make the tackle. They're going to keep him short of the first down, so some good run defense there on 2nd and 3.
Well, it was awesome because now we're in the red zone, and they already had an idea.
Tight formation here as San Francisco's back up to the line in a hurry, trying to just sneak it, but I don't know. He didn't get much on that play. He needed to get, I think, to about the 10, and they're going to mark him down at, well, about the 10 3/4. Yeah, he's short, so 4th and short coming up.
So don't you need the chains now, Scott?
Well, I think they know that they have to get to the yard line, the 10-yard line, and they're clearly shy of that. 2:20 and counting left to play in the first quarter. 3-0 Fresno City College. 4th and 1. They go to that tight formation again, and this time more of a push, but a flag down. They blow the whistles dead. Maybe a pre-snap penalty here.
On the offense, the entire line is not set. 5 yards, replay 4.
I like that right there. You don't pin the penalty on just one guy as it's a false start penalty. The entire offensive line gets the penalty as they were not set. All right, so that's a big play right there because that's going to force a field goal attempt from San Francisco.
That was a great response there, Scott, from you. But I do believe in what your perspective on being in the red zone is, and theirs was get the first down and get a touchdown. But now we're here.
All right, so this is going to be a 33-yard field goal for San Francisco. Ball centered up, it's blocked. It's blocked by Kevin Washington. The ball caroms out and is picked up by Mateo Reyes. And the Rams make a big play on special teams here to start this game. Good push that time by Fresno City College. And Kevin Washington, we talked about him already. We're calling his name a lot here early on.
Well, you and I have talked about him in the past because of you and your knowledge of where this guy is just at athletically. And, man, he's making an additional perception of him from me right now, being around you a lot more and hearing from you and seeing it now. I mean, he doesn't stop.
He is well put together. He's getting serious interest from the likes of Oregon State and South Florida at this point. So Fresno City takes over at their own 30 here. Pistol. 3 receivers in the game. Back to that pistol. They're going to give it to Ali, who's been getting a chunk of the work so far. And he just powers forward for 3 yards. Tough to keep Xavier Ali from gaining at least a couple yards. 6'3", 220-pounder out of Lebanon, Tennessee.
Wow.
The Rams?
Keep doing it is what I'm asking you, Scott. Keep doing it?
The red-clad Rams back to the line of scrimmage here. Manny Hernandez at center, calling out the protection. Trujillo in the shotgun. He's got Ali to his left. Going to bring Rollins in motion, and they're going to give it to Rollins on a little pass out in the flat. Tabari's got some space, and he's got a first down. Out to about the 45 of Fresno City. That was a nice little play design there as they brought Tabari Rollins in motion, faked it to Ali, and then just hit Rollins in the flat there, and there was nobody around him.
And Coach C has some words for the referee. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it can't be bad.
Tabari Rollins, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore out of Parker High School in Florida. 3rd year with the Fresno City program. Played a lot in 21. Sat out last year with an injury. He's back this year as a starting receiver. Asuega lowers the shoulder on first down. There's some hitting going on down there. Short gain, but it was a physical 2-yard run from Naomis Asuega.
I can't say anything more than what you just did. I mean, there's some hitting going on both ways, and none of it's bad. It's just aggressive. It's football.
Fresno City College here with a couple of physical running backs. They really have 3 of them. They've got a Marion Gaines-Smith, who we haven't seen yet today, Xavier Ali, and Naomis Asuega. All of them in the 210 to 220-pound range. Asuega's in there right now in the pistol, behind Trujillo. 2nd and 8 from the 47. Play action, and they're looking for the slant to Najee Cox there to the wide side of the field. It's deflected away. Very good defensive play there by number 0 of San Francisco. That's Garnell Wilds Jr., a sophomore out of Florida.
There was nothing penalized around his way that he reacted to that little slant route, and he just got his hand in front and just knocked the ball out of our hands. When I say our hands, I say FCC. I'm sorry. It's the Rams and the Rams.
You can be a little biased. You're a former Ram. FCC Ram, that is. Trujillo in the shotgun. 4 receivers in the game here on 3rd and 8 from their own 47. Aon goes in motion across the formation. Trujillo takes the snap. He's got some time. Now flush to his right, looking downfield. Throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Late over the middle, and it's intercepted by San Francisco. He was looking for Josiah Aon, I believe, there in the middle of that zone. And number 4, Tyler Lopolo of San Francisco makes the interception. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's 3-0 Fresno City College. That gives us an opportunity to tell you about another Ram to remember. Jim Merlo was an outstanding multi-sport athlete at Sanger High in the late 60s and continued his football career at Fresno City, playing both ways for the Rams at center and linebacker under former head coach Claire Slaughter. As a freshman in '69, Merlo was named an All-American center as the Rams won their final 8 games and the first state championship in school history. After another All-American campaign the following year as a Ram, Merlo moved on to Stanford, where he was a key member of the 1972 Rose Bowl winning squad that beat undefeated Michigan. Merlo was a 4th-round pick of the Saints in '73 and played 6 seasons with New Orleans, where notably he returned 3 interceptions for touchdowns in his career and led the NFL with 5 fumble recoveries in '78. Jim Merlo, an inaugural 1989 inductee into the Fresno City Wall of Fame, and certainly another Ram to remember. All right, welcome back to Ratcliffe Stadium. An entertaining first quarter of play. Fresno City currently leads San Francisco 3-0 here. But the Rams from the Bay Area just coming up with a big interception there of Alec Trujillo. Alex's 5th interception this season. So Dorian Hale back out there for San Francisco. Hands it off to Washington and a good defensive play. And guess who it is? Kevin Washington in that San Francisco backfield. That's a loss of 2. TFL for Kevin.
Kevin Washington with the stop.
3-0 Fresno City College just underway here in the second quarter. Just a beautiful, beautiful afternoon for football. The shade from the press box now starting to get to about halfway across the field. Actually out to about the hash marks here between the 10-yard line to my left and the 35-yard line to my right. Soon we will be engulfed in shadows, I'm sure, in about a half hour or so. Hale going to throw here on 2nd down, and another nice completion out there to Max Rodarte. And they're out to about midfield, and there's a man down on the field holding his leg for San Francisco. It's one of the big offensive linemen.
The SEC trainer and one of their own, I believe, something bad may have happened because they both ran out there.
All right, while the training staff takes a look at the offensive lineman for San Francisco, let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
On behalf of California Business Machines, for the many years of being voted the best office equipment company in the Valley, I'd like to offer a big thank you from Terry Breimer and the entire staff. They are honored to have taken care of local businesses for 70 years. Serving Bakersfield to Modesto with offices in Fresno and Visalia, CBM is the official home of 3-cent color copies. When you're looking for the best, choose Kyocera from California Business Machines.
Back here at Ratcliffe Stadium, number 70 of San Francisco. That's Alakai Afoa, a 6'4", 280-pound freshman out of California High School in San Ramon. He was able to get up and walk off the field pretty much under his own power, being helped by one of the trainers, but let's hope that Alakai is okay. San Francisco out to midfield now, 3rd and 1 here. It's one of those downs where you figure they're in 4-down territory. You never know, they might take a shot here.
It's midfield, so I don't know if I would consider, doing any more than a run right now.
Washington on the carry, and he's got the first down, just straight up the gut there into the heart of that Fresno City defense.
Washington, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup, and so they're going to move the sticks. Clock running. 14 minutes now left to go in the first half. It's 3-0 Fresno City College on a 39-yard field goal courtesy of Johnny Enriquez on their opening drive.
What is it? A beautiful afternoon, like you said, and there are a lot of people here, Scott.
Yeah, pretty good crowd here on the Fresno City side. A few people from the Bay Area making the trip as well on the opposite side. They're still in the sun over there, so got some canopies up on that side. New running back in the game here for San Francisco on first down. He tries to bounce it towards the far side of the field, towards that San Francisco sideline. That was Dajuan Pearson, a freshman out of Pittsburgh High School, on the carry. He picks up 2 on the play before he's run out of bounds. 2nd and 8 now for San Francisco. Fresno City College opened the season with a loss at Diablo Valley, with a win at Diablo Valley, but have followed that up with a couple of losses. So trying to get back in the win column here today as we get closer and closer to league play. 5 non-league games each year for every team here in community college football, followed by 5 league fairs. This is game number 4 for Fresno City, and on second down, Dorian Hale is a little wide for one of his targets out here to the near side. Kind of a dangerous throw, but it falls incomplete.
It was an open wide receiver. He just missed his pass, and that's not usual when you throw a ball, not a strike.
Dorian Hale completing 68% of his passes, coming in 50 of 74 on the year, averages 198 yards through the air per game. Hale looking to the sideline. 4 receivers in the game, 2 either way. They're operating from the Fresno City 45, 3rd and 8. Hale takes the snap, backpedals, throws it to the wide side of the field, and he's got Rodarte, does he? Did he hang on to it? He did. The ball popped out loose late, but they get the catch and a first down.
Scott, what I was trying to predict is whether the referee that was on that side, his arms went both ways. So I didn't understand if the guy caught it and then fumbled it, or if he didn't catch it, or what was being said, but we got the answer now.
Rodarte has been very busy early on, especially on some out routes, as the Rams are giving him a good cushion. Hale going to throw here on first down. Looking towards Rodarte. He's got him again. He's at the 20. He's got some space. He's at the 10. He cuts back at the 5 and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco.
It was just a great play both ways. I mean, in terms of both ways, I mean, the quarterback getting in the position when he was getting rushed, and he threw it. He's left-handed, which is beautiful, and he hits him up at about the 15-yard line, and the guy ran the rest of the way for a touchdown.
37-yard touchdown, Dorian Hale to Max Rodarte. That's Rodarte's 4th receiving touchdown this season, and he's only played 2 games previously to this, as he missed last week with an injury. The extra point is up and good from Joseph Oliveira, and that makes it 7-3 San Francisco. 12-11 left to play here in the second quarter. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
On the Rams calendar, brought to you by Valley Remnants and Rolls. Tuesday, September 26th, men's soccer takes on San Joaquin Delta at home at 1:30. Women's soccer hosts Merced at 4 p.m. Wednesday, September 27th, women's water polo takes on Diablo Valley at home at 5. Women's volleyball hosts COS at 6. Friday, September 29th, women's soccer kicks off at 1 at COS. Women's cross country is in Modesto at 2. Men's soccer hosts West Hills Lemoore at 3 p.m. Women's volleyball plays Porterville at home at 6. And women's water polo was in Stockton. Visit fccrams.com.
KC24, CBS 47 Sports anchor Scott Bemis. Back here live at Ratcliffe Stadium alongside former Ram tight end Mike Brady. And San Francisco has just taken a 7-3 lead on Fresno City, courtesy of a 37-yard catch and run by Max Rodarte from Dorian Hale.
This entire thing was just as beautiful as today is, Scott.
It was a late crosser across the field, and Rodarte came into some open space, made the catch, and there was some green grass in front of him. He made one cut at the 5, made a man miss, and he got into the end zone. All right, here's the kickoff from San Francisco. It's going to be taken at the goal line by Fresno City, and coming out with that one is Teron Nix, and Nix gets out past the 20, near the 25, before he goes out of bounds. They're going to mark him down right at the 25, so just as good as a touchback there. Teron Nix, he's a freshman, wide receiver from Fremont High School. First time we've seen him have a kick return this year. All right, let's see how the Fresno City College Rams respond here. They jumped out to the early 3-0 lead, but they've taken their first punch here to the midsection, courtesy of the state's 4th-ranked team, and let's see how they respond. Trujillo leads him out.
Pistol again.
3 receivers, and tight end Gavin Nelson in the slot. That's Ali on the carry. Xavier bounces it towards his right tackle and then finds a little seam out to about the 30. So a nice carry there for Xavier. Good vision from Ali there to find that hole.
Even by a tight end that used to be me. There was room in front of the quarterback, and sometimes you just got to keep that ball to yourself and run and follow your tight end.
Pistol again. Trujillo takes the snap. Ali trying to run over a San Francisco Ram this time, but he's right there to meet him in the hole, and that's Rocky Kotaunga.
CCSF is getting very violent right now in a good way, Scott. So
yeah, Kotaunga, he's the linebacker that Coach C referenced in the pregame. He, with a nice tackle right there to Richard Lozano. First time we've seen him today. Rodarte's back for San Francisco. He lets it hit and roll, and Fresno City gets a decent bounce inside the 20, and it's marked down at about the, 19-yard line, I think it is? No, it's actually the 24. I'm getting confused here. Maybe they touched it a little earlier. So that's where San Francisco will take over, leading 7-3 here with 9:59 left to play here in the second quarter. The 22nd meeting all-time between these two rivals, a rivalry that's been dominated by the Rams from the Bay Area. They've won 8 straight in this series.
But the score doesn't necessarily show that right now, Scott. I mean, another stop would be beautiful, correct?
Yeah, we've got a tight ball game so far. Up to the Fresno City defense now. Hale going to throw on first down. He's being pressured and somehow escapes the pocket. Now looks downfield and just throws it away. Boy, that pocket was collapsing. Looked like he was going to go down, and that shows you the quickness of Dorian Hale.
It really does. The way that you announced that during the entire play was pretty amazing, because I thought it was done. but no.
Yeah, there were about 4 or 5 Fresno City College Rams there, and then suddenly Hale was able to just squirt to his right and free up enough space just to throw it away. 4 receivers in the game. Hale looking to the sideline, changing the play here, updating it. He's got Washington with him in the backfield. He's going to give it to Tyree, and Tyree gets forward for about 2 yards on the play.
Was that Washington against Washington?
Johnson with the stop for the Rams.
Oh, the PA guy gave it to Quentin Johnson. Kevin might have been in there as well on the tackle.
That's a pretty good fight right there with those names.
I'd pay some money if they put those two in a cage and let them go at it. A Dana White special in the octagon.
It wouldn't be the Brady Bunch, or a Brady Punch.
3rd and 8 from their own 26. Hale got some time to throw down the seam looking for Rodarte, and there's Washington, but no, a terrific catch, I believe, from Rodarte on the play. Right down the middle of the field. That's into Fresno City territory, down to their 36. Wow, a big play there as a terrific adjustment on the football there by Max Rodarte. That was good coverage from Kevin Washington.
I was going to say that. Rick Schreit would have been happy. There was 2 guys over the top of that guy, all in red jerseys, and he still caught it in between them. I mean, what do you do to stop this guy? It was just a great catch.
38 yards on the connection there. Hale to Rodarte. I mentioned Rodarte missed last week, but he's back, and he's been involved early. In the first 2 games of the year, he had 13 catches for 203 and 3 scores. Hale going to run on first down, bouncing it outside, heading towards the sideline, and Emerson hits him near that sideline, and we got a flag. I think that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
He didn't hit him that hard, but I think it was a little late.
It was exactly. I think you just gave the right answer.
Play is over.
Here it goes.
Personal foul on the defense. Late hit out of bounds. Number 6. Half the distance. Correction. 4:15. First down.
Exactly what you said, Scott. I mean, it was a hard hit also, but it was done a little late.
So that's going to take it from the 31 or so down to the 16 of Fresno City. 8:16 and counting left to play in the first half. It's 7-3 San Francisco. Hale with 2 running backs, actually 1 to each side of him in the backfield, sends one of them in motion. Now Hale's going to throw, looking to the right side, and his receiver stopped, and he threw it over his head. Might have just been throwing that one away. It went deep out of the end zone.
It went deep out of the end zone. I mean, I think he didn't think that everything connected well between the two of them. But this is another red zone, communication that I'd like to have with you, because I think that if I was San Francisco, that just went away now. Now are we going to run this 4 downs? Or are we going to run this second down for another 1 down? Another get to the third down or kick.
Second and 10 from the 16 here. Washington behind Hale in the pistol. Here comes the pressure, and Hale throws it away, but it's short. It's short. He was looking for a receiver near the goal line. I believe that's number 6 for them, Hassan Mahassan. He short hopped it to him, but he was being pressured.
He's being pressured from his left side, and he's left-handed. So, just to say I have no time to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of it right now out of bounds. I don't blame him.
Should be noted here as we get ready for a 3rd and 10 from the 16 that Fresno City is without the services of starting corner Trey Carr today.
Correct.
He's not dressed for today's game. So Ubrell Emerson's actually moved over to corner. He's done a decent job so far. Hale going to roll here to his left, and he's got his receiver, but a really good tackle on that play by Noah Noyola, the young man out of Hanford High, and he keeps him short of the first down.
And just a really good release of yourself from the FCC Rams to throw the ball again and throw it perfect. I mean, you throw strikes.
It's 4th down.
Well, apparently it was 2-down territory for San Francisco because they're going to go on 4th down, 4th and 3.
What we talked about, Scott. It's red zone. It's what you're going to do. You're going to go or you're going to kick this? He's going to go.
Hale checking at the line of scrimmage. Now takes the shotgun snap. Throws it to the right side. Good pass there. It was tight, but making the catch was Mahassan again. And that's a first down for San Francisco inside the Ram 5 down to the 3.
So now, essentially what I was asking you is now coming to play. They did it as 4 downs. And when you have 4 down territory, you don't always need to kick a field goal, especially with the time that's remaining in this half. At this point, they're gonna run it again.
On 1st and goal, they give it to Washington. Washington finds the end zone. 3-yard touchdown run for Tyree Washington, and San Francisco has taken a 13-3 lead now.
Washington.
That was just power football right there. We talked about the power football from Fresno City College early on. Washington just ran over the right side of that offensive line, gets in from 3 yards out. That's his 3rd TD this year, his 2nd rushing TD, his 6th career TD. He's a 2nd-year City College of San Francisco Ram. The extra point is up and good as well, and that makes it 14-3 now. San Francisco leads Fresno City College. 6:46 left to play in the first half. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Uh-oh.
You're going to need the number for Clovis Glass, so grab a pencil while I explain. Clovis Glass is the premier repair company in Central California. Family-owned and operated and proudly part of the Clovis way of life. From a simple broken window to an entirely new installation for your home or business or custom shower doors. 299-2819 or online at clovisglass.com.
For 60 years of local experience, call Clovis Glass at 299-2819. Contractor number 619446.
yards out. And after falling behind 3-0 early, San Francisco has responded with 14 unanswered points. They currently lead by 11, 14-3 here with 6:46 left to play in the first half. Scott Bemis alongside Mike Brady here at Ratcliffe Stadium, as the shadows from the press box have almost crossed the entire field now. The lights are on as well. Short kick here is fielded by one of the up men for Fresno City, and he is running hard, and he's out past the 40, and just carrying a couple of tacklers out to the 45. Who was that? Number 83, Diego Rojas.
That was very impressive.
Freshman tight end out of Liberty Madera Ranchos.
Wow, there's another tight end.
Tight ends are always making plays.
He scooped that thing so fast and started running so fast and didn't care that anybody was in his way. It's like
the kick came right to him as well. And at the end of the play, he also carried a few tacklers as well.
Back in pistol formation again, Scott. It appears to be our position against them today.
Ali in there at tailback behind Trujillo. They're going to fake it to him this time. Alex is going to throw, and it's going to be intercepted again. It's going to be intercepted. That's Garnell Wilds Jr., and he's running down the right sideline. He's made a couple guys miss, and he's inside the Fresno City 10.
What a great defensive play. I mean, there's nothing else to say.
Alec with his second interception of the day.
When you're running an out route about, 15 to 17 yards from the line of scrimmage, and the guy undercuts it, that is behind you, he's a defensive back, and he catches the ball in front of you. That's impressive.
And they took it all the way down to the Fresno City 8-yard line, did Wilds Jr. So 2 critical interceptions here in the first half from Fresno City. And San Francisco is threatening to take control of this football game, already up 11. First and goal now from the 8. Hale with Washington to his left. Hale's going to throw. Looking now, lofting one towards the end zone, and Kevin Washington almost got to that football to intercept it. He was blanketing Rodarte out there near the back of the end zone.
He was playing great defense. Everybody in this game is shoulder to shoulder, and I think that was overthrown out of the end zone. But these guys are just making plays, and that ball just went over everybody's head. But it was a beautiful play.
It would be really big here if this Fresno City defense could somehow hold San Francisco to just a field goal attempt. Hale looks to the sideline now with 3 receivers to his left, the wide side of the field. He's got a lone receiver to his right. Hale's going to roll to his left. Now throw it back the other way. They're setting up a screen, and Quentin Johnson is there to make the tackle. Great job, great read by the young man from Detroit, Michigan, our guest on the pregame show. And that's a TFL for Quentin Johnson.
He is such a great player, and when he spoke to you, he plays the piano. He plays great football as well.
He was playing some sweet music on that play, wasn't he? Quentin Johnson came into this game sharing the team lead in tackles with Kevin Washington. Gets a TFL right there. 3rd and 9 now. Big play here coming up for this Fresno City defense. Trying to hold San Fran to a field goal attempt. They're going to go to the fade to Rodarte. Did he come down with it? He did. He did. What a play by Max Rodarte out there. It wasn't bad coverage by Lance Saison, the corner for Fresno City, but Rodarte comes down with it. A physical catch, an 8-yard touchdown, and it's 20-3 San Francisco.
I mean, it was great defense. I mean, the defensive back was shoulder to shoulder, like I just mentioned in the last time when we were talking about the last play. They just come up with a catch in the end zone for, to take this into the halftime. It's impressive.
The extra point is up and good as well. So San Francisco showing why they're the 4th-ranked team in the state and why they're undefeated. It's 21-3 Rams from the Bay Area. 5:24 left to play here in the first half. Let's take another timeout. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
QuickBooks is the #1 accounting software for small businesses. and the professionals at the accounting firm of Moore Grider & Company want to help you get the most from the software that runs your business. Hi, I'm Kendall Wheeler, CPA, partner, and one of 4 QuickBooks professional advisors on staff that can help set up, train, and answer any questions you might have with your QuickBooks accounting software. Visit Moore Grider & Company at www.mooregrider.com or give us a call at 440-0700.
Mastercraft Cleaners in Fig Garden Village is known throughout the valley as the premier wedding dress cleaners. From simple cleaning to preservation, the experts at Mastercraft have the knowledge and experience to handle your precious memories. They even package your dress in a box with a viewing window. You'll love how it looks. For over 60 years, it's been Mastercraft Cleaners in Fig Garden Village, your wedding dress experts. Now open Monday through Saturday.
All right, welcome back here to Ratcliffe Stadium. 21-3, San Francisco leads Fresno City. The kickoff just happened, and it's a touchback as it went about 4 or 5 yards deep into that Fresno City end zone. From Joseph Oliveira was the one kicking it. So Fresno City needs to answer here before halftime, trailing by 18, 5:24 to go. Hasn't been the best afternoon so far for Alec Trujillo. We'll see how Alec responds here. Ali on the carry on first down. That's a short gain, maybe a yard on the play.
I'm going to give you my honest opinion on that as well, Scott. And when we run that play out of pistol, and Alec doesn't take the ball on his own sometimes, to just see if their linebackers, if their defensive ends, if they shift to kind of catch him, he's got wide open grass in front of him. Let's run the play and then hold the ball. Let's just see what happens.
And we'll see if the Rams go to that later in this game. Pistol again, Ali behind Trujillo, and they're going to hand it to Xavier. Xavier running near side towards the sideline, and he's tripped up near the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time was Trey Baker, a sophomore defensive back out of Kennedy High School in Richmond. Good tackle by Baker on that play, as we know that Ali is not easy to bring down, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now for Fresno City, and the Rams from Fresno need to gain a little confidence here offensively and a little confidence in the passing game. Let's see what they can come up with here. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's Trujillo's left. Asuega is on Trujillo's hip to his right. Claps of hands, takes the snap, looking over the middle, and it's a little high and off target on a crossing route. It would have been shy of the first down anyways for Tabari Rollins. So another 3 and out for Fresno City.
Brings up, goes down.
And you can see frustration starting to build on that Fresno City sideline.
I think what we're hearing, Scott, is something that's in my mindset and maybe even yours. Alec, he needs to hold the ball sometimes and go forward that way, in my opinion. When we're showing stuff, they're starting to shift their defense against it. We showed them in the first quarter.
Lozano's punt is fair caught by Rodarte at his own 37-yard line. So that's where San Francisco will take over, leading this one 21-3. Remember, it was Fresno City College who struck first in this football game. They took the opening series after getting the kickoff deep into San Francisco territory. Missed an opportunity for the end zone, actually, on a Trujillo to Aon play that appeared to have some possibilities in the end zone. But they did get a 39-yard field goal from Johnny Enriquez, so they took a 3-0 lead early. But since then, 3 unanswered touchdowns by San Francisco after they had a field goal blocked, and that accounts for the 21-3 score here with 3:57 left in the second quarter. Hale hands it to Washington. Washington, following the blocker, now cuts back at the 40 and gets forward to about the 41.
And that was a great run. I mean, he just went to the outside. I think that some of this is starting to happen on their side. Meaning run the ball inside, outside, and figure out which one's harder to stop. We haven't changed anything. They have. and that was a sweep, and he gained 5-6 yards.
Hale on 2nd and 5 now from the 42 with 4 receivers in the game. He's going to give it to Washington on a draw, and he's got some room. Mateo Reyes closes quickly for Fresno City and gets him down by a leg at the 46 of San Francisco. So 3 or 4 yards on the gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 now for San Fran. Tyree Washington, one of those bowling ball type of backs, right? He's 5'10", 210 pounds. He's a sophomore. He's a returning Ram for San Francisco. Out of high school powerhouse St. Mary's in Stockton.
And he's got some speed there, Scott.
Hale in the pistol on 3rd and 1. He's going to throw. Has time, now looking deep for Rodarte again, and this one has a chance to be intercepted, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Rodarte again on a deep post route. Rodarte was being covered on the play by Noah Noyola, and at the last second, Reyes saw that he could make a play on the football, the safety back there, and deflected it away.
Yeah, he just didn't catch it, Scott. I don't know any other thing to say. He was in position. They're playing great defense on that last one for what just occurred. He just catch the ball. Otherwise, we'll just get punted it to the same way. So it doesn't really matter.
That's true. It would have served as a punt anyways. Josiah Aon is standing at his own 16. No, bad snap on the punter. He gets away from the punter.
There we go.
And he is drilled back at the San Francisco 25-yard line.
I'm sorry, Scott, but I said there we go, because that's not necessary.
That's okay.
But what I'm saying is that interception would have been at the exact same spot as a punt return. And when the punter can't catch the ball for their team, for San Francisco, now the ball for the Fresno Rams is down where they could have had it defensively.
Yeah, it was a bad snap to the punter there. Jonathan Bashirapur, the freshman out of Brentwood in the Bay Area. And he tried to run with it, but a couple of Fresno City College Rams got to him and drilled him back at the 25. So that's where the Rams from Fresno take over. Alec Trujillo there in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers in the game. 1st and 10 from the San Fran 25. Trujillo looking down the seam for Rollins. Oh, in the end zone. It hits off his hands and goes incomplete. And Tabari looks like he's hurt. Boy, he's holding what looks to be his hand there in the end zone. Teammates are calling for the trainers immediately. I hope Tabari's okay.
Exactly. There are other teammates down on a knee. Maybe we should give them a little time, Scott.
All right, well, they look at Tabari Rollins. Let's take a break. It's 21-3 San Francisco, 2:18 left in the first half. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
My FFB is facilitating 5-star banking.
Justin Clompton, Business Development Officer at FFB.
Personalized solutions, one-on-one relationships that you form with our team members. We not only offer great financial services, but we also want to make sure that you have great customer experience.
Banking means different things to different people. Find out more at ffb.bank.
We want you to feel like you're a top priority because you are.
FFB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Ratcliffe Stadium here, Fresno City College and City College of San Francisco currently in the second quarter with 2:18 left to play here. It's 21-3. San Francisco leads Fresno City, but the concern right now is with sophomore receiver for Fresno City, Tabari Rollins. 3 trainers from Fresno City are out attending to him right now. We saw wide receiver coach Delvon Hardaway go out there and check in on Tabari. Tabari, of course, I mentioned earlier, he is a third-year Fresno City College Ram. He was a big contributor in 2021 at the receiver position for City College. Last year, he redshirted. I believe it was a shoulder issue that he was dealing with. He actually played through that for a big portion of his freshman season. And Now you just hate to see this. Tabari down on the turf, and they're see if they're calling for something here soon. We'll see. They are very careful in these situations now.
Scott, usually when they call and they're sending somebody over, it's a doctor. It's not just a therapist for the school. So they usually send them out there with it, and I hate to say it this way, with another therapist or even a cheerleader. And right now, they don't want that person by themselves. There's a man that's going out there that I've been through that perspective there, Scott. So this is not a good sign.
Yeah, coming into this game, Tabari was the third leading receiver for Fresno City when it comes to yardage, and the second leading receiver in receptions. 14 receptions for 128 yards this year. Was still looking for his first touchdown this season. Did have 5 receiving touchdowns as a freshman in 2021. So they're still looking at Tabari. Coach C now has made his way out to check in on his talented receiver. All right, let's take another timeout. We'll take a minute break here. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
At Donald P. Dick, we aren't just HVAC specialists. We're a certified Lennox dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market, with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy great comfort and lower energy cost. Call Mr. Cool today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates from Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, 255-1644.
Truck drivers play a vital role in the supply chain. Without them, store shelves would be empty, supplies wouldn't be delivered, gasoline wouldn't be available. From the construction industry to ag and many in between, truck drivers are essential. September is National Truck Driver Appreciation Month. EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt would like to thank everyone in the trucking industry. To the drivers that work countless hours and cover miles, we thank you. Brought to you by EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt in Fresno, Porterville, and Bakersfield.
50,000 watt 940 KYNO Fresno. The greatest hits on earth and Fresno City College Rams football.
All right, welcome back to Ratcliffe Stadium. They are still looking at sophomore receiver Tabari Rollins of Fresno City College in the end zone to my right, the south end zone. So it was a route down the seam there, and Tabari had a little space behind the defense. He left his feet and went for the catch, and couldn't tell from this far up here exactly what happened, but immediately after he went to the ground, after the incompletion, several of his teammates were calling for the trainers to come out. So not sure what exactly.
Scott, there's also a cart over there. I hate to tell all of our audience this. I've been in one. There's a cart out there, and the person to our right, his left, is either a doctor or a paramedic, and that's not a good sign. And there's also an American ambulance, I believe. I'm not putting out free advertising, but there's also a paramedic vehicle that could take him over there.
Yeah, they're bringing out a golf cart.
A golf cart.
So to his feet, they've helped him to his feet. Looks like he is favoring it's his left shoulder or his left arm. Now remember, I think it was a shoulder issue that he played through as a freshman. And he missed all of last year. He redshirted last year while he recovered from I believe, surgery on that issue. And they've put Tabari now on the cart, the golf cart. He's sitting in the back. Well, at least it's good to see that he is up off the turf and that he's moving around, and that, you know, maybe it's just a serious shoulder issue, which that is still a serious issue. I don't want to diminish that by any means. But for a minute there, you know, you start to think of worse things, right? When teammates are calling for trainers immediately. And so, we wish Tabari the best for sure. A terrific young man coming all the way across the country here to play junior college football in Fresno. He's been in the program now for 3 years. I see that Derek Johnson, the athletic director for Fresno City College, was also out there.
Correct. I saw that too. I saw that too, Scott. You've done a great job of indicating what occurred and what's going through now. And now he's on the back of the cart, just like Aaron Rodgers was a couple weeks ago. I hate seeing things like that, but at least he's up and going away in a good way.
Yeah, one of the realities of football, unfortunately, and as we continue here with 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trujillo going to throw again, and he's got a completion this time to Jalen Garrison, and Garrison immediately sprints upfield, and he's inside the 10. Found a little hole in that San Fran zone, and he makes it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Jalen Garrison, the sophomore out of Coronado High School in the Las Vegas area.
What a great play. And some of this has got to be a little heart in you as a player with him. Let's do something. Let's do something for him. Pistol again.
1st and 10 now from the 6 in the pistol. Asuega right up the gut, finds a little hole and nearly gets into the end zone. Timeout is called by San Francisco. It looks like they're going to try to save a little time here to possibly get the ball back before halftime. Gives me an opportunity to let you know that Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO is brought to you by FFB Bank. Bank on better services. 21-3, San Francisco leads Fresno City. 1:44 left to play here in the first half. That was the first timeout used by the Rams from the Bay Area. They have 2 remaining.
And can you extend on your thought process on that?
Well, they know that it's a 1st and goal situation, and there's under 2 minutes to play here. So I think it's good coaching because instead of just letting 40 more seconds go off the clock, if you're San Francisco, they decide, all right, there's not going to be another first down, right? So Fresno City's not dealing with any kind of clock issues at this point. They're not feeling hurt. In fact, Fresno City would love to drain the clock down to as close to 0 as they could and not let San Francisco get the ball back. So they're trying to save some time for their next offensive possession before halftime.
Correct. Okay. Thank you. Back in pistol again. Let's
Football
see
101 here with Scott Bemis. I like this. Trujillo in pistol with Asuega behind him. He's going to give it to Naomis, and Naomis trying to find that goal line, but he's going to come up a little short. In fact, he might have even lost a half yard or so. And San Francisco calls another timeout.
And I believe that you educated me on this. The time will continue to run, but it will only continue to run because we ran the football and we didn't get to a point where it's a first down or a touchdown or something or out of bounds. Even out of bounds, you educated me again that the clock can continue to go. So we're stopping the clock every time a play is run, even if nothing occurs. If something occurs in regards to the chain, an end zone, something in that that aspect, we'll continue to run this unless we stop it. And
I wouldn't be surprised here if San Francisco is able to stop Fresno City short on a running play if they use their final timeout. So 1:37 left now here.
3rd and goal for your left.
In the first half, 3rd and goal for Fresno City. Boy, the Rams really need to find the end zone here.
Correct.
Trailing by 18. 21-3. Got 2 receivers in the game. You got Trujillo in the pistol with Ali. He's going to throw it to Aon, and that's a touchdown. Josiah Aon, 2-yard TD reception. There is a flag down. I didn't see it. It's in the back of the end zone.
I didn't see that either, Scott. Oh, now I see it. You just said it.
Let's see what the call is.
That's interesting.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 8. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
So they got Aon for a celebration penalty there. And that's going to be big because San Francisco used the timeouts. They've got a $1:33 left, and now they're going to get really good field position as well. And more whistles now before the extra point. Josiah Aon, 2-yard touchdown catch.
Oh, he forgot his flag back there, Scott.
Oh, the ref went to go pick up the flag? Literally a little laundry on the turf right there.
He forgot about it.
Enriquez, who made a field goal earlier. Let's see if he can make this extra point. Boy, good hold that time by Chalabian.
Yeah, it was. Actually,
it wasn't a great snap.
No.
Enriquez puts it through, so the Rams get back within 11. It's 21-10. 1:33 to play here in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Over the past 10 years, Fresno has grown by 40,000 people. If you're among our newest neighbors, welcome to Central California, where there's plenty to see and do, like the Chaffee Zoo, Shinzen Gardens, and a different golf course for every week of the year. And one more thing, Valley Remnants and Rolls, famous for those 20 to 50% everyday savings.
Hello, I'm Bob McCollum. Let us help you make it new again at Valley Remnants and Rolls on Blackstone, 1 block north of Dakota.
So the Fresno City College Rams take advantage of the short field, courtesy of that bad snap on the punt, and they punch it in. A 2-yard touchdown from Alec Trujillo to Josiah Aon. That's the 11th receiving touchdown of Aon's career here at Fresno City. His 3rd this season. For Trujillo, that's his 5th passing touchdown.
I understand what you said earlier too, Scott. Now getting pushed back because of that flag that the referee forgot about that was in the end zone. Where we're kicking it now, they're catching it at their own 15, 20-yard line. It makes a difference.
Oh, it does, and they still have a $1:33 on the clock and still have one timeout to go. So we've seen their offense move the ball very effectively here in the first half. The kick is going to be fielded by Washington at his own 12. He's out past the 20, past the 30. Makes a nice move to make a man miss at about the 30. Stays on his feet and gets out to around the 40-yard line. So it's going to be great field position for San Francisco here with a $1:25 left to go here in the first half. Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO is brought to you by Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, the home of Mr. Cool for 3 generations. Fresno City took a 3-0 lead. San Francisco answered with 21 unanswered. And now Fresno City has bounced back once again with a touchdown of their own to make it 21-10. Now remember, San Francisco will get the ball to start the second half as well. So they'll try to turn that double trick, right, where you score right before half and then you score to start the second half. Hale going to throw on first down, and it's a little high and wide in the flat as he was rolling left in the direction of Mahassan.
That was the first one right there. As an umpire right there with you, Scott, I would call this a ball. This was not a strike. But our defense isn't catching the balls. They're not even affecting the strikes. And that's a different sport, but you understand where I'm coming from.
Well, boy, a turnover would be huge right now as well for Fresno City. Hale in the pistol with Washington behind him, 4 receivers in the game. They're going to keep it on the ground to Washington, and boy, good pursuit on that play by Fresno City. They're going to bring him down for a short game on that play, and Fresno's going to call a timeout this time. So Coach C is going to give them a little bit of their own medicine here with the timeouts. That was good pursuit. I think that was Gio Pifferini coming from the weak side there to get Tyree Washington down.
I agree with you. I saw the same thing. I also saw the 2 coaches that were your assistant, Mike Brady, played tight end for Fresno City College. They're the first 2 that go out there calling a timeout. Rick Scheidt and Coach C, Tony Caviglia.
I'm going to let everybody chew on that for a minute while I tell you that Fresno City College football at 940 KYNO is brought to you by Valley Remnants and Rolls. Make it new again. By the way, Gio Pifferini, who made the play on that, he's the grandnephew of Rick Scheid. Although I'm not sure Rick wants to be known as a grand anything at this point, because he told me that Gio originally was his nephew. Now, I followed up this week. I said, hey, I'm just making sure Gio is your nephew, right? And he said, well, grandnephew. He's the nephew of my nephew, basically.
Whoa, Rick.
Nephew of my nephew. I'm not sure like if that's like a nephew twice removed either or what, but they are related. They are related.
Okay.
Gio's been making an impact for this Rams defense this year. 3rd and 9 from the 41. Hale going to throw, looking for Redardi! And it's incomplete. It's incomplete. Yabrell Emerson recovering nicely there on the coverage as Redardi got behind him, but he got his hands up as the ball arrived. It falls incomplete. And look at this. The Rams are going to get the ball back. That's the Rams from Fresno, of course.
Good way to end that, because I've been mistaking myself. It's hard to keep this straight.
It really is. Both these teams with the same colors, red and white, and they're both Rams. By the way, Woody Wilk will have a little more on that in our Fresno City flashback coming up at halftime. We'll also have an interview with new softball head coach here at Fresno City, Linda Garza, former Fresno State softball coach.
She's amazing.
Ooh, bad punt here by San Francisco. A little bit of a shank.
Ooh. We got a little pushing going on over there too, Scott.
I wouldn't say it's a pure hosel rocket. It's more of kind of a half shank, but it went out of bounds at the 38. Is that where they're marking it? No, they're going to mark it at the 31 or 32. They're deciding right now.
They're still talking. Our fans are getting kind of loud over here, Scott.
Well, this is a little bit of a turn of events here, Mike, because that bad snap kind of changed this football game. It was 21-3 at that point, and San Francisco had all the momentum. Suddenly that bad snap, touchdown, 21-10. You get another score before halftime here, and you could make this a one-score game again. Trujillo with 4 receivers in the game from his own 38. He's going to hit Garrison underneath. Jalen's got it. Makes a move. He's out past the 45. Spinning around midfield before he's tackled out there by Garnell Wilds Jr. of San Francisco. Clock is running now, 55 and counting. Actually, they stopped the clock for the first down. Remember, because we're under 2 minutes here to go in the half. But they're rolling it again, 48-47 now, as the Rams are back to the line of scrimmage. Fresno City with Trujillo calling out the signals. Here comes the blitz. He's going to hit Valley Washington with his first reception of the year. Going to be taken down short of the first down. Fresno City does have 2 timeouts left. Do they want to use one right now? Yes, they do.
Yes, sir.
But they wasted a little bit of time there before they called the timeout.
I was thinking about that about the same time that you did.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds went off that clock. I think they were thinking, they weren't sure, I think, originally whether it was going to be a first down or not, which probably necessitated the hesitation.
I see a lot of the coaches get out on the field, and I love that. I mean, that's old school right there, Scott.
Yeah, see Wiley Brand down there, the offensive line coach for Fresno City, also the older brother of defensive joker Rowdy Brand, who has a couple sacks this year for Fresno City. And Wiley, I told you, I mean, he was, when I saw him yesterday, came over to do some interviews with the squad and talked with Wiley for a minute. He was fired up. Like, he couldn't wait to get back on the football field and have his guys have another opportunity, because that 28-7 loss last week at American River, it didn't feel very good, I'm sure. It was probably the Rams' worst performance of the season. Even in the 28-27 loss the week before against Sierra, they missed an extra point late. It was a very tight football game that could have gone either way. So Wiley Brand had his boys fired up for this football game, and we saw it on that first drive.
Yeah, yes, definitely. And that one you indicated before that, 28-27, Sierra College, that one hurt my feelings, man.
32 seconds left to go here. Trujillo's going to throw again, looking for Aon to the near side of the field at about the 20 of San Francisco, but he was covered well, and I think Alec just kind of threw that one towards the sideline. These last 2 series have been kind of important for Alec Trujillo, I think, because his confidence had to be a little rattled with the way he started the football game. A couple early interceptions. He missed Aon on a pass in the end zone that could have been a touchdown, but he responded nicely on the last drive and found Aon for the touchdown, and he's got Fresno City down to the San Francisco 42 now. 3 receivers in the game here. Tighter formation on 3rd and 2 from the 42. Trujillo over the middle. It gets through traffic, and is it caught? Wait a minute. Valley Washington is saying that he caught it, but the officials are saying incomplete. Yeah, they ruled it incomplete on the field. The clock is stopped with 22 seconds.
Was ruled incomplete.
No replay review here in junior college football, obviously. Valet is saying he caught it, but the officials disagree. So 4th and 2 now from the 42 of San Francisco. 22 seconds left in the first half. Probably need to get it down to about the 30 to get into Enriquez's range to attempt a field goal. Trujillo in the pistol. Ali behind him. They're going to fake it to him. Trujillo looking left. Got a stop route. Oh, and Garrison slipped. Garrison slipped coming back to the football. It was there at about the 30, but he slipped, fell to the turf, and the ball just sailed over his head, which was down on the ground at that point. That's a tough break for Fresno City.
17 seconds left on behalf of CCSF. From the, can I ask you, Scott, where are we at?
We're at the 42 of San Fran. They've got 1 timeout left, 17 ticks left on the clock.
Correct.
Let's see what they decide to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pick up a chunk play here on first down, or maybe do some sort of screen or something to see what happens. Maybe a safer play like a screen. See if they can pick up a big gain. Hale, he's going to throw. Yeah, it's a middle screen, and it's deflected. They go,
the ball's out.
The ball's loose.
The ball's out.
And Fresno City has it. Fresno City has it. That's big Marshawn Clayton on the fumble recovery. The Hoover High alum. 6'5", 280, and he gets on the football.
That was really impressive. I mean, this football game has been really impressive in all regards. You hear the fans, right? I mean, it's loud in here. It's beautiful in here too, by the way. But here we go. 12 seconds
shadows
left.
Almost completely engulfing the field at this point. Not a cloud in the sky tonight. Trujillo with 12 seconds on the clock. Now, critically here, the Rams do have a timeout left, and San Francisco is going to use their final timeout.
That's called their 3rd and final timeout.
12 seconds left. It's 21-10, San Francisco. I want to remind you that Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO, brought to you by Fresno Association of Realtors. We're here for you. That Ram defense doing a little turnover huddle, I think, there on the sideline, getting fired up, celebrating that turnover.
And just to let you know, with the voicemail commercial that you just provided on our behalf, my friend Brandon Gonzalez, I played football here with Fresno City Rams. He's a part of that, and I miss that guy. So thank you for doing that.
Probably not a good time to bring up that one of the notable meetings between these two teams, right? Back in December 2nd of 2000. When it was 10-0 San Francisco versus 10-0 Fresno City. That was Coach C's second year.
Correct.
And San Francisco unfortunately won that one.
That was not very nice, Scott.
Yeah, but we'll move on from that one quickly. Important to remember the Rams were 10-0 heading into that game. Both teams were, in fact. All right. 12 seconds left. Trujillo looking long. He's looking for Garrison down the seam, and it doesn't get there. Garrison was just running straight down the hashes.
Right.
And there were 3 or 4 defenders out there. And the ball floated a little bit, came up a little short, and Gabriel Kamatech was able to knock it away.
6 seconds left. Doing the same move there, Scott?
Hey, 6 seconds here. I wonder, since the San Francisco defense is going to be playing really deep, I wonder if you could tell Garrison or Aon, hey, run a quick little slant here, catch the ball, get forward for 3 or 4 yards, and then go down to the ground and call a timeout. Maybe you attempt a 50-yard field goal. All right, they got 4 receivers in the game. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're going to roll it to a swing. Get down, Niels. Get down. Get down to the ground. Nope, he doesn't get down in time. Clock runs out.
Scott, you were so right.
Yeah, they threw it to Oswego. It's just kind of natural instincts as a football player to keep running and to try to get more yardage. But Oswego needed to go down to the ground immediately because they did have a timeout left. But All right,
That's it.
that'll be a coaching point, right?
You are a coach over there, man.
All right, 21-10, San Francisco leads. We've reached halftime here at Ratcliffe Stadium. Got a great halftime show for you coming up. As I mentioned, we got Woody Wilk talking about this great series between City College of San Francisco and Fresno City College, and we got a conversation with Linda Garza, the new softball coach at Fresno City. She'll tell you about everything that's going on with that program and how she ended up coming back here to her hometown here in the Valley. Fresno City trails 21-10 at half. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Fresno City College has a history unlike any other. 55 athletic championships and many notable alumni, including Hall of Famers Tom Flores and Tom Seaver, Lieutenant Governor Cruz Bustamante, American poet and filmmaker Gary Soto, actors, authors, musicians, and more, like former Fresno Mayor Lee Brand and Fresno Fire Chief Kerry Donis. On behalf of the 4,000 members of the Fresno Association of Realtors, I'm Brandon Gonzalez, and we're proud to say, be a Ram, be ready for life.
At Donald P. Dick, we aren't just HVAC specialists.
Kyle?
We are a certified...
Yeah.
Why don't we just, I'll just kind of do a quick recap, and then I'll throw to Linda right here. Let's not take another break, okay? Cool.
Every breath of the way. Enjoy great comfort and lower energy cost. Call Mr. Cool today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates from Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, 255-1644.
FFB means to me forming fantastic branding.
Elena Estrada, marketing specialist at FFB.
While a lot of other banks might not pay much attention to their branding, we place a lot of importance on it. That's why we always want to keep innovating and coming up with fun new branding ideas.
Banking means different things to different people. Find out more at ffb.bank.
We want to stand out from other banks so that as many people as possible can get to experience the difference working with FFB.
FFB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Part of the fashion furniture experience is seeing things you wouldn't expect, like the absolutely beautiful collection of office furniture, including file cabinets, bookcases, credenzas, even incredibly comfortable desk chairs. Dozens of in-stock designs to choose from, and hundreds more in our catalog design center. The Fashion Furniture Office Experience. There's nothing like it in all of California. On El Paso, across from River Park.
Rams halftime on 940 KYNO is brought to you by Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, FFB Bank, Valley Remnants and Rolls, Fresno Association of Realtors, EM Park, and by Fashion Furniture. Let's get back to the booth with Scott Bemis.
All right, it's 21-10, San Francisco at half. They lead Fresno City College by 11. Recapping the first half scoring, it was actually Fresno City who jumped out to an early lead thanks to a 39-yard field goal by Johnny Enriquez after a good opening drive by the Rams from Fresno. They actually blocked a field goal after that, but were unable to do anything with it as Alex Trujillo threw the first of two interceptions, and San Francisco slowly began to take control of the football game. Dorian Hale, 37 yards in the second quarter, early second quarter, to Max Rodarte for a score. A terrific play. They took a 7-3 lead with 12-11 left to play in the first half. After that, it was Tyree Washington finishing off another drive for San Francisco with a 3-yard touchdown run with 6:39 left to go, and that made it 14-3 at that point. Alex Trujillo, unfortunately, threw his second interception of the first half, and that led to a Dorian Hale to Rodarte 3-yard touchdown. It was 21-3, 21 unanswered from San Francisco, and they took that lead with 5:24 left to play in the first half. Well, a big play in this first half then was the bad snap on the punt for San Francisco. Kind of changed the momentum of this football game and allowed Fresno City to get back into it right before halftime as they take advantage of that bad snap, which set them up in great field position. And it's Alex Trujillo to Josiah A. on a 2-yard touchdown with $1:33 to go in the first half. That made it 21-10, and each team had a possession or two after that, but no more scoring. That's where we stand, 21-10 at halftime. All right, earlier this week, had a chance to catch up with the new softball coach at Fresno City College, Linda Garza. She's a name very familiar to people here in the Valley, a Hoover High alum, then coached at, I believe, UC Riverside for a while, and then got the job at Fresno State, then coached at Nevada, and a couple weeks ago decided she wanted to come back to the Valley and take over the softball program here at Fresno City College. Let's take a little listen to my conversation with Linda. All right, it's my pleasure now to be joined by a friend, an old friend from her time at Fresno State, and she's back in the Valley now, the new head softball coach at Fresno City College, Linda Garza. Linda, thanks for coming on with me.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Scott. It's always great to be back.
I have to admit, I was surprised when I saw your name mentioned with the Fresno City job, and then when you were hired. Tell me what went into it and what the motivation is and just how it all came about.
I think in every opportunity that you have, there's just something to learn and something to grow from. And I had an amazing time here in the Valley, obviously, as a student athlete in terms of just going to high school and those sort of things, and went away for a long time and got into the Division I softball world. And honestly, most of my career, I've been kind of put away. And so when I came back to Fresno, one of the coolest things was being around my family and being able to share what I do and being able to have them every single day with the things that we do. And I think a lot of people in college athletics, that's one thing that you kind of sometimes have to sacrifice is who's going to be around and how you're going to do that. So Nevada was definitely good to me. They gave me a great opportunity. They did nothing but support me in all of the things that I did. And honestly, I don't think I'm here today without that experience. So I heard that the job was opening up. I think Coach Janzer, who used to be one of my former assistant coaches over at Fresno State, she's done a tremendous job over here at Fresno City. And she decided to kind of get out of coaching and go into a different field. And so I knew that the job was going to be open. It's one of those jobs that hasn't really been open in like one of 20 years. So I kind of like looked at it from this just different perspective. And to be honest, to me, coaching softball is coaching softball. I kind of felt like I had to put a little bit of my ego aside when there's something, when you've been at the Division I level for 21 years, you're used to kind of going into recruiting environments and being able to walk into games and really handpick a lot of the athletes that you want to train and at a very high level. So I wanted to make sure for me that getting home was super valuable. I have some family here, a ton of family here. My dad's getting older. He just celebrated his 79th birthday. I was able to be with them and be able to enjoy that. And I finally just kind of looked in the mirror one day and just said, like, where am I doing and what am I doing? If I'm going to coach softball, like, am I okay with being away for the rest of my career? And honestly, Scott, when I look back at it, I haven't looked back one time. It's definitely a learning curve. I'm learning how to do things here. They've been nothing but great. Fresno City's been awesome. The community's been great. The fellow coaches around. And I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm excited to give back to this community.
I mean, that's great to hear. So I'm curious, and I know you've only been on the job for a couple weeks now, but biggest difference between maybe the D1 level and the junior college level?
Biggest thing I think you see is that I think I have a lot more respect even for the junior college environment. I mean, we wear a lot of different hats. You're seeing administrators and coaches truly helping each other out to make sure that everything runs smoothly for each of our programs. So I've had to lean in a lot of different directions because most of our assistant coaches are part-time. We're at the Division I level, everybody's full-time. So you kind of are on the clock together with your staff. Here, you're not on the clock with your staff. You're very on your own as a leader. And so it allows you, though, a lot of freedom and flexibility. There's the second part of this is I get to be an educator. I get to use my health education. I get to teach classes. I teach health education here. I dip into some activities courses. And you just got to kind of balance all of those things. So I really feel like sometimes coaching is just one aspect of it. And you got this kind of holistic approach to education that you get to kind of merge with college athletics.
And you mentioned it, you're taking over a program that has a pretty good tradition there at Fresno City College, and I understand that they're investing in the program right now. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the new things that are going on with the softball program?
Our president and our athletic director here have just an amazing job of investing in our board and board of trustees, and just everything that you're seeing here is really putting forth the effort into athletics. And so what they're doing right now is they're completely renovating our softball field. So we're going to add some turf on the inside of the stadium. We just added a complete backstop that's state-of-the-art. We have lights. We've never had lights here, so we've added lights. And they just opened up a team locker room that we're going to be opening up as soon as spring starts. They're still doing some renovations, but it's fully, honestly, I've been a lot of the D1 programs, and I'm going to tell you the things that they have going on here are a lot better than some of the places that honestly I've competed at. So we're going to do everything we can to create a Division I experience that's neat to see. And, obviously my goal is any athlete here, I want them to earn their degree. Well, and if they want to continue that college career, there's definitely some phone calls I can make, and I'm going to do everything I can in my effort to kind of keep that dream alive.
Yeah, all the connections that you have throughout the Valley, it seems like this would be a great fit for you at the community college level. Not only maybe getting players, but also in sending them off to the next level.
Yeah, there's just, I'm glad because there's something that I get to do here that you don't always get to do, and that's you get to recruit, so you get to extend an offer so that people get to play a little bit longer. But at the same time, you also get to kind of do another job, which is merge them into the next level that they want to play at. And I really, that's something that you don't have to always do at the Division I level. You're going to recruit traditionally a high school athlete, and you're going to hold and mold them for the next 4 years. Right now, my goal is to go and recruit, obviously, talent, but at the same time, the right type of people that fit the culture and fit our demographic of our community. I was walking campus today with our volleyball coach, and
yeah, that'd be great. Just get myself
in the cafeteria, and just kind of walking around and realizing
949 area
this
code
place can be and how valuable it is in college athletics and sports just for our Valley students. I mean, this is a great option. We're super successful with the softball program, and I'm going to do everything I can to keep elevating, obviously, our level of play. But at the same time, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my service to the Valley. I learned a lot of great things. I'm a Hoover High grad. I'm a Fresno Unified School District kid, first generation. So I know what athletics can do and how it can change your life, and I hope that I can have that sort of impact when I'm here. We have a small roster right now. I mean, our roster right now consists of 10 players. So obviously, I'm working hard right now to recruit and any athletes that are in the Valley that have some sort of tie that maybe are somewhere else and they want to come back home, or they're just, want to continue playing their career. Right now, I actually just did a social media post that said, please, reach out and contact me and let me know of your interest and let me see where that is. We have some experience coming back. We have a whole roster of sophomores that have played and that were with us this past season. So we're going to lean on that sort of experience. We have 3 pitchers in the circle. We're always looking for more. We have some people that did some awesome things at the plate for us. But right now, it's been so much more of a transitional admin type situation right now, like getting logged into a computer and figuring out where I park against my parking pass. And then on the softball side, it's been neat to just get to know these young athletes. These young women are honestly remarkable people, hearing their stories. And it's kind of, it's interesting because a lot of these athletes, I remember their names when I was one of the coaches over at Fresno State. And so, just being able to see that transition and that smile and going, oh my gosh, like I'm playing for Coach Garza, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I get to coach you. So it's kind of one of these, surreal opportunities for a lot of people here. And there's still things I need to learn, and there's still some things that I want to get better at, even as a leader. And so I'm just looking forward to continuing to kind of build from this step. But I definitely, our goal is always to get out there and win a conference championship and to be successful, and then to graduate these young women.
All right, that's Linda Garza, the new softball coach at Fresno City College. Linda, thanks for joining us.
Always. Thanks so much. Go Rams.
With the price of gas, the price of eggs, the price of just about everything at record highs, it's important to remember one thing. Valley Remnants and Rolls has 20 to 50% everyday savings and one of the largest selections of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate flooring in Central California. Shop for flooring at Valley Remnants and Rolls.
Hello, I'm Bob McClellan. Make it new again at Valley Remnants and Rolls on Blackstone, just 1 block north of Dakota.
Hello, I'm Brandon Gonzalez, real estate broker and proud former Ram at Fresno City College. On behalf of the Fresno Association of Realtors and more than 5,000 agents and brokers, I would like to congratulate Coach Caviglia and every player for the decades of long success of Ram football. In fact, the entire athletic program at City College. It's not just about wins and losses, it's about academic success at Fresno City College. Be a Ram, be ready for life.
We're at halftime here at Rack Ratcliffe Stadium. 21-10, San Francisco leads Fresno City College in this battle of two teams who know each other well over the years. A lot of meetings between these two and a lot of important meetings as well. Most of those meetings have been dominated by City College of San Francisco. And taking a look back at this storied rivalry, well, we enlisted the help of a trusted friend, former longtime Fresno City publicist Woody Wilk, as he gives us another Fresno City flashback.
In the fall of 1948, Fresno Junior College, as it was known, began its first intercollegiate athletics program with football. Harry Truman was president of the United States and had a sign on his Oval Office desk which read, "The buck stops here." He also became famous for an ill-advised newspaper headline which read, "Dewey beats Truman." A photo of a smiling and victorious Truman holding a copy of that newspaper after winning the 1948 election over Thomas Dewey is a classic. Meanwhile, the FJC students were trying to decide on a mascot. There was great interest in the name Rams, but head football coach Stoney Johnston and assistant coach Hans Wiedenhofer informed them that City College of San Francisco were the Rams and suggested Pioneers as the Fresno mascot. Didn't happen. The Fresno students voted for Rams, and here we are today as it's Rams versus Rams. CCSF's colors were also red and white. That hasn't changed for either school. Besides FCC and CCSF, Gavilan College and Victor College are also Rams. In that same regard, several other community colleges have Lions, Tigers, or Bears. Oh my. Moving right along, Fresno City College and CCSF are currently butting heads in the 22nd football meeting of this series, which began in 1981 with a 24-24 tie in San Francisco. The one-loss ledger heavily favors San Fran, which is currently the number 4 ranked community college team in both state rankings, won by the California Community College Sports Information Association and the Junior College Athletic Bureau poll of coaches. FCC is ranked number 12 and number 23 respectively. The series resumed last season in San Francisco after a 6-year hiatus. CCSF's 24-6 win was its 8th of these mutual opponents and representative of success over time. In the current format, which began in 1967, FCC was the first to win 4 state championships in 1968, 1969, 1972, and 1973. CCSF has won 8 in that span, and its most recent state title was in 2019. These schools have also met in Northern California championships. Will today provide FCC with an upset and lead to another Rams-Rams matchup in late November? That's something to look forward to for both of today's teams. This is Woody Wilk, rambling down memory lane on 940 KYNO.
Awesome stuff, as usual, there from the great Woody Wilk, and also want to give a shout-out to Jim Roberts, the program director over at 940 KYNO, who adds some fun bells and whistles to those Fresno City flashbacks, which we give you each week during our Fresno City College football broadcast. Heck, I would tune in just for the Fresno City flashbacks, to be honest with you. All right, I have some first-half stats for you from this game. Again, 21-10 San Francisco leads Fresno City College at this point. Passing for Fresno City College, I'll run through the Rams first, the Rams from Fresno. Alec Trujillo, 6 of 16, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, and those 2 interceptions. The leading rusher for Fresno City is Naomis Asuega, 7 carries, 30 yards. He does have a long of 17. Trujillo has carried the ball 1 time for -3 yards. Xavier Ali, he leads the Rams in carries, 10 for 38. He has a long of 10. Receiving for Fresno City, Jalen Garrison, a couple catches there. Near halftime, 2 receptions, 31 yards, including a 19-yard catch. Valley Washington had a catch along with Naomis Asuega there. Right before halftime, Josiah Aon had a catch, as did Tabari Rollins before he left with that unfortunate injury. Kicking-wise, Johnny Enriquez, 1 for 1 with his field goals. Also made his extra point. The field goal was a 39-yarder. Punting, Richard Lozano, 2 punts, 81 yards. It's a pretty good average, 40.5 average on it. It's got a long of 44. Kickoffs, Enriquez 2 for 130. Kickoff returns, Nix, Betancourt, and Rojas have all had a return. Betancourt had the best return of the bunch, a 30-yarder in that first half. All right, stats now individually here for San Francisco. Dorian Hale passing 13 to 22, a buck 49, 2 touchdowns for the sophomore out of De La Salle. Rushing-wise, Dorian Hale leading San Francisco as well. 3 carries for 21 yards. Had a long run of 15 in that first half. Dajuan Pearson had 1 carry for 2 yards. Tyree Washington, he's carried the bulk of the load here for San Francisco in that first half. 12 carries, 24 yards. The Rams have kept him bottled up, though. His longest run today, only a 5-yarder, did have that touchdown run as well. Receiving now for San Francisco, well, the big guy has been Max Rodarte. Came in as their leading receiver despite missing a game last week. 6 receptions for $115 in that first half, 2 touchdowns, including a 37-yard score early in that second quarter. Tyree Washington, 2 catches for 11. Darius Bedford, 1 catch for 5. Joseph Oliveira is 0 for 1 on field goals, 3 for 3 on his extra points. All right, it's 21-10 San Francisco here as we get ready to kick things off in the second half. Remember, it'll be San Francisco to get the ball first here as shadows have fully engulfed the field here at Ratcliffe Stadium. The lights are on. The sun hasn't fully set, but we can't see the sun off in the distance. It'll be nighttime before we know it here at Ratcliffe.
It looks beautiful again, Scott.
Fresno City has some work to do here in the second half if they want to try to avoid going 1-3 for the second consecutive year. Short little pooch kick is taken by one of the up men for San Francisco, and he just takes a knee at about the 25. Making the grab for them, that was Derek Regans III. And San Francisco will take over there at their 25, leading by 11. Led out again by Dorian Hale, the bounce back from Sacramento State. Former star at De La Salle High School, won 3 section titles there. 48 total TDs in high school, 33 passing, 15 rushing in his time in Concord. Hale has Washington with him in the backfield, fakes it to him, now he's going to run, picks up 2 or 3 yards, trying to spin out of a tackle of Rowdy Brand, and Rowdy instead spins him down to the ground.
I love that the physicality of both teams. That right there was supposed to go both ways with a quarterback and a DB. I mean, pretty impressive.
Rowdy Brand, Wiley's younger brother, who's the offensive line coach for Fresno City. Rowdy has the best hair on the team, that's for sure. 2nd and 8 now from the 27. First possession of the second half, 21-10 San Francisco. Hale going to swing it out on a swing pass out to his receiver. And not much doing there as Noah Noyola, who's been very busy defensively today, brings down Hassan Mahasin for a short gain.
My perspective is that some of that energy that's brought into the field house when you're on halftime is, why don't you bring the energy that you did at the beginning of the game? You remember when they were bringing it and they were hitting them and catching them quickly and then throwing them down, which you just said on the last play?
That was actually a TFL right there, so it's bringing up 3rd and 8 from their own 27. They run a little inside pitch play, and it's going to work to perfection as Jeremiah Crum gets forward for a first down.
That was creative.
It was almost like one of those misdirection plays you see in the backfield from high school teams who run those really tight running offenses. And some good ball handling there in the backfield. They found some space, and they pick up the first down.
Yeah. I mean, they've got that energy to them as well.
They're out to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They're going to keep it on the ground with Pearson. Pearson finds a little hole there outside the hashes to the far side of the field, and he gets forward for about a 7-yard gain on first down.
What was interesting about that, Scott, my offensive coordinator position sitting next to you, was pistol with the fullback. Do you remember me 23 years ago playing with the fullback? They had one in pistol.
What happened to the fullback? I didn't know fullback was still allowed in modern college football. Hale in shotgun. Hands it off to Pearson again. This one just right up the middle, and another good gain. He just a little burst into a hole there, found a gap, and gets forward for another first down.
This time Kuma and Loyola team up for the tackle.
Kuma and Noah Noyola again on the tackle. It's Noyola and Betancourt in there at safety for Fresno City. Kevin Washington in at the nickel position. Yabrell Emerson filling in for Trey Carr at corner. The other corner is Ontario Thompson. Quentin Johnson and Keanu Kuma in the middle there at the linebacker position. 1st and 10 from their Ram 48. The Rams from Fresno 48. And Mahasin on a little middle screen, and it's Noyola again bringing him down, but not before he picks up another good gain. 7 more yards on 1st down for San Francisco.
It's funny because that you described correctly as a play comes from like a shotgun like thing, like me from 23 years ago. Pistol with someone behind him. It feels like shotgun, but you're being seen behind you by a running back who will defend you from either side.
2nd and 3 now for San Fran. And it's Pearson again picking up more good yardage here as San Francisco's keeping it on the ground, and it's been effective here on this opening drive of the second half. It's another 1st down. They're down to the Fresno City 33.
It's unique, but it's working. So you got to come up with something real quick, Mr. Scheidt, who I love.
Longtime defensive coordinator Rick Scheidt for Fresno City. 1st and 10 from the FCC 33. Fresno City showing a little pressure here, a 4-man front. Going to give it to Pearson again. He's got another hole. He's inside the 30. He's inside the 25. He's still on his feet at around the 15. Quentin Johnson put his body into him, but he stayed on his feet and got all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's an 18-yard pickup there. And San Francisco is in business in the red zone at the 15 of Fresno City.
I'm pretty impressed by this unique form that I'm seeing all of it occur in. Now you got to switch. How am I going to defend against this?
Pearson checks out. Tyree Washington comes back in. 1st and 10 from the 15 of Fresno City. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, a single receiver to the short side of the field, to Hale's right. Washington refusing to go down, but they blow the whistle. Forward progress stopped after a 2 or 3 yard gain. The Rams from Fresno stacked that one up pretty good on that play.
Correct.
Jalen Jimenez in there at defensive line, along with Alex Aldana, freshman out of Mendota High, also in there right now. Andre Love out of Edison in there.
Yes, let's see some intensity from that side.
And Elijah Lafili in there as well at the joker position. 2nd and 7 now from the Fresno City 13. Low snap, and it's on the ground, and Hale just has to fall on it. That's a loss on the play, though.
Correct.
Back to the 18-yard line of Fresno City, so it's going to be 3rd and long coming up. They need to get down to the 5-yard line for a 1st down, so call it 3rd and 13.
I have a feeling that San Francisco is going to do what you and I discussed. You're in the red zone. Is it 4-down territory for San Francisco? It should be.
I think it depends how many yards they get on this play. If it's 4th or 7 or less, they'll probably give it a shot. Although a field goal would put you up 2 touchdowns. 3rd and 13 from the 18. Hale looking, now steps up in the pocket, being chased. Now out inside, and he throws it to Renardi. Is that a touchdown? It is. It's actually Jeremiah Crum. Boy, that's a terrific individual play there by Dorian Hale. You see the athleticism. You see why Sacramento State, which has an incredible FCS football program, by the way, offered him a scholarship while he spent 2 years there, as he just rolled to his right, stepped up into the pocket, and found Jeremiah Crum, who made a terrific catch and got just enough to get across the goal line. It's 27-10 San Francisco.
I can't speak any differently than you are about it. And he's left-handed, and you're rolling to your right. I mean, that's not the easiest way to throw.
Yeah, it was a terrific throw. A terrific catch, too, by Jeremiah Crum on that play. Right. Oliveira puts the extra point through. So on 3rd and 13, they pick it up. They get the touchdown. It's 28-10 now. Fresno City trails it. 8:38 left to play in the third. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Truck drivers play a vital role in the supply chain. Without them, store shelves would be empty. Supplies wouldn't be delivered. Gasoline wouldn't be available. From the construction industry to ag and many in between, truck drivers are essential. September is National Truck Driver Appreciation Month. EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt would like to thank everyone in the trucking industry. To the drivers that work countless hours and cover miles, we thank you. Brought to you by EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt in Fresno, Porterville, and Bakersfield.
Boy, if you're the head coach of City College of San Francisco, Jimmy Collins, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. You take, what do you take, 6.5 minutes off the clock, and you go 75 yards down the field and put a touchdown on the board to start this third quarter and take a 28-10 lead here at Ratcliffe Stadium. Oliveira's got a good leg. Betancourt's going to take it out from about 5 yards deep in his end zone, and he's going to struggle to get past the 15. He might have gotten out just past the 15. Yeah, they're actually going to mark him out probably at the 18-yard line, but not the greatest decision there from Diego.
Correct. I agree with you, Scott. Most people at this level, they let that just go by your head and just let it go out, you know? It's something that'll come over time.
Might be one of those things where everybody just kind of wants to make a play to give their team a spark right now. But still got to play smart. So they'll start this series from their own 18 here, trailing 28-10. Trujillo going to keep it like Mike hoped for in the first half, and out there on the perimeter, they pick up 3 yards on the play. There's that linebacker we talked about, Rocky Katoonga, the sophomore out of Oceanside High, or El Camino High in Oceanside, the bounce back from Washington State. He was out there to make an individual tackle on Trujillo, keeps it to a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 now for Fresno City. Give it to one of the big backs, and he gets forward for about 3 or 4 yards. That's Xavier Ali. You know, Amarian Gaines-Smith is suited up, number 2 down on the sideline, but he doesn't have his helmet on, so I'm wondering if maybe there's something physically that might be bothering him a little bit, and that's why we've only seen Ali and Asuega in this game.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, now we need another 4 or 5 yards. I'd say 5. What are you going to do with this? You're going to throw that quick slant? We got 4 wides.
On 3rd and 5, Trujillo is pressured. He's hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete.
Ooh.
San Francisco brought some pressure that time, and they got to Trujillo very quickly. He was hit as he threw. Number 19 of San Francisco applying the pressure. That's Jace Taylor, freshman out of El Cerrito High School. And Fresno City is going to be forced to punt here, trailing 28-10. 7:20 left to play here in the third quarter.
There's some humongous linemen for Fresno City College, and one of them was laying down and rolling around after that play.
Low kick. It's going to hit at the San Francisco 44 and go out of bounds right there. Now they'll mark it at the 45. That's where San Francisco will take over, leading this game 28-10. Fresno City needs a spark of some sort to not only get their team fired up, but to get this crowd fired up a little bit as well. Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO is brought to you by Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
So here we go now. We're on their 45-yard line, like you said, and let's see what they come out like. They come out with 4 wide receivers, and they come out in that same pistol, like shotgun situation where I've never seen a running back right behind his quarterback.
Yeah, he's literally about a yard behind him, and Pearson gets the carry out of that pistol. And he is stuffed after about a 1-yard gain by Fresno City. I think Pifferini was in there on the tackle again for Fresno City.
It's just very unique.
Quentin Johnson probably also got a share of that tackle there. Fresno City checking in some new people here on the defensive line and at the corner position. Hale looking to the sideline here on 2nd and 9 from the 46. 3 receivers to his left, a single receiver to his right. He's going to give it to Pearson again, and Pearson, following his blockers, gets another decent gain into Fresno City territory before he's brought down at the Fresno City 47. Keanu Kuma and Pifferini in on the tackle there.
And it seems as if the side that has 3 wide receivers on it, the left side for CCSF, and the right side had 1 person that was man-to-man. They're looking over to the sideline, and the coach is saying, just hand it off.
Clock continuing to milk down here, under 6 to play now in the third quarter, and Washington's going to have another first down, but just barely. They go to the big back there on 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, and Tyree Washington running over his right tackle. Gets inside the 45. That's enough to move the chains, so another first down for San Francisco.
San Francisco first down.
22nd meeting all time between these two schools. San Francisco came in leading the overall series 17-3-1. They've won 8 straight in it. Last meeting, of course, was last year at George Rush Stadium in the Bay Area, a game that San Francisco won 24-6. Hale moves Pearson to his left now, and
San Francisco.
Now San Francisco is going to talk things over. All right, let's take a timeout as well. Fresno City trails 28-10, 5:17 left to play here in the third quarter. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
Omnia is luxurious leathers in over 400 colors and 150 styles at Fashion Furniture. Every piece of this American-made furniture is built using the finest materials from around the world. Hand-selected hardwood frames, cross-wired for support and balance, and advanced tempered steel spring technology. This is lasting quality and tremendous value. See what's new in the world of Omnia, exclusively at Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park.
Welcome back to Radcliffe Stadium, 28-10. San Francisco leads Fresno City, 5:17 left to play here in the third quarter. I mentioned the 22nd meeting all time. There's been some memorable meetings. We talked earlier about the meeting in 2000 between these two in the Hawaiian Punch Bowl in San Francisco. 2 10-0 teams meeting there. They met the very next year also in the Hawaiian Punch Bowl, and they were again undefeated, both 10-0, and again, San Francisco won that, part of a 3 straight state title streak for San Francisco. And on first down there, Pearson carries it for another good gain. Give him 10 plus on that carry down to the Fresno City 30. So another first down for San Francisco. And of course, in 2010 and in 2011, they also met in 2 consecutive Hawaiian Punch Bowls as well in San Francisco. In 2010, 10-0 San Francisco beat 8-2 FCC 52-15 for the NorCal title. And in 2011, 10-0 San Francisco beat, again, another undefeated Fresno City team for the NorCal title, 57-13 that year. So the Rams from the Bay Area have had the Rams number from Fresno over the years, and it's playing out that way so far today, but we still got time on the clock. We'll see if Fresno City can get back in this one.
Yeah, and hearing those numbers that you just provided all of us, inclusive of myself, who was involved with the 2000 game that you just talked about, the score, like, what are we doing defensively? What are we doing to not get it to 50-something? You know, and do we need to improve in that aspect? And can we just slow this game down? Well, they're doing it today. They're almost doing it to us.
Yeah, the clock is ticking right now. Only 4 minutes to go now in the third quarter, and Hale's going to have another first down there. A completion out in the left flat for another first down. That's number 84 there of San Francisco. That's Bruce Uparesa, a 6', 215-pound freshman out of Sacred Heart Cathedral High School in San Francisco. And it's another first down as they just methodically move the ball down the field right now.
And methodically was the word I'm already thinking of.
All right, Hale in that pistol. He's got Pearson about a yard behind him, like Mike talks about. Very tight pistol there. Mateo Reyes out in the perimeter trying to make the tackle. Pearson is shifty. He's quick. He gets forward for another decent gain. Whistle blow here, and
number 55.
Holding on the offense is the call. Checking in for Fresno City, showing some good hustle getting in there. D'Artagnan Martin, a 6'2", 180-pound freshman out of Hanford High. He plays linebacker.
It's methodical, Scott. I love your word. I love the fact that they got a penalty, but they're in the red zone. So what are we going to do with this? We're going to use some more clock, and maybe we'll kick a field goal.
Hale in the shotgun on 1st and 20. Now they're going to throw a screen back to the weak side of the field. He tried to set one up, and it was knocked down by Fresno City. Was that D'Artagnan out there?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you the same question.
So he makes an impact. Rocky Kuntz also in the game.
Right. What is this setup that they provide here, Scott?
They're a linebacker.
It's like a pistol with, I don't know what.
It's a tight pistol. It's a very tight pistol, for sure. Dorian Hale moves Pearson to his left now. He's on his hip, and Hale's going to throw another quick one out in the flat. That's Uparesa again. And the big receiver gets forward for a decent gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 14 now coming up. So call it 6 on that gain for Uparesa. Now, if the Rams want to have any chance of getting back in this game, and I'm talking about the Fresno City College Rams, they need to stop right here. They need to force a field goal at worst on this drive. Hale brings a receiver in motion. That's Crump. 3rd and 14 from the 18. Hale's going to run it, and he's going to be swallowed. No, he comes out of it somehow. Thought he was getting swallowed up there by number 47, Elijah Lafili of Fresno City. He spun out of that, but the Rams still keep it to only a 2-yard gain.
And like you just indicated to all of us, you want to go for this or you want to kick a field goal? I mean, kick a field goal. I mean, well, why does that matter? It's a 3-possession game, and the clock just keeps going down and down with 1 minute and 43 seconds left.
Oliveira now to attempt a 33-yarder to make it a 21-point game. Good snap, good hold, and the kick's right down the middle. So Joseph Oliveira from 33 yards out makes it 31-10. We got $1:33 to play here in the 3rd. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
I've been hearing Kayano since I was little. Kayano's always been in my heart.
KYNO Fresno, you made my day.
America is still in love with radio. When you're looking for big reach, consider advertising on locally owned One Putt Broadcasting. Our 5 stations, including 940 Kino, reach over 350,000 weekly listeners all through the Central Valley, not including the thousands of people who stream our stations daily. For more information, give us a call or visit oneputtbroadcasting.com. 50,000 watt 940 KYNO Fresno. The greatest hits on earth and Fresno City College Rams football.
31-10. San Francisco leads Fresno City here at Ratcliffe Stadium. We got $1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. KC24 and CBS 47 sports anchor Scott Bemis here alongside former Ram tight end Mike Brady. San Francisco ready to kick this one away after adding a 33-yard field goal a minute ago. And they're going to take it out from deep in their own end zone again. And Ruiz has it. He's out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, making people miss. Very good return there. Gets this crowd excited. That's Ramon Ruiz, the freshman out of San Joaquin Memorial, getting an opportunity there in kick return. And I guess when you are getting an opportunity there, you want to take advantage of it. So sometimes you take it out from 5 yards deep in your own end zone.
Listen to the first part of what you said about 8 yards deep in his own end zone. You were right. And then I started hearing all of them start to cheer for this. I was sitting here going, is this going to work out? And it did. It definitely did.
Let's see what Fresno City can do here offensively. Going to have to work in a hurry here to get back in this game. Down by 3 touchdowns. Trujillo with Ollie behind him in that pistol. He's Going to hand it to Xavier, and Xavier trying to get some yardage near the line of scrimmage, but nothing there. Just a wall of defenders for San Francisco, and it's going to be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and it seems to be working out with the other team to be in that position. That is a pistol, and it was done because sometimes we've seen the pistol not as short as we've seen it, and you explained it earlier. Now we just saw it very similar with the Fresno City Rams, not San Francisco Rams.
Valet Washington checks in for...
There we go.
Veltre Jefferson, so one former Fresno State Bulldog checks in for another. On 2nd and 10, they throw a swing pass to Ali. Ali lowers the shoulder out past the 40, gets a couple yards out to about the 42. But it's going to be 3rd and 8 now coming up as Deontay Benjamin, the running back out of Clovis West, checks in for Xavier Ali.
It's interesting to see where you're going to go from here, and we'll see what Coach C provides. I'm thinking some old school shotgun, and it kind of looks like that. And we'll see. We got 4 wide receivers.
7 seconds left now here in the 3rd quarter. They might take this down to the quarter break. I think that's what Coach C wants them to do. So, yep, we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. 31-10, San Francisco leads it. And between the 3rd and 4th quarter break, as we always do, it's time to meet another Ram to remember.
Your Fresno City College Rams.
Ryan Wetnight was only 5'2" and 130 pounds when he entered Hoover High School as a freshman. But by his senior year, he was playing quarterback for a Patriots team that finished the regular season with only 1 loss. He enrolled at Fresno City under then head football coach John Bolick, and as a tight end, became FCC's leading receiver as a sophomore in 1990, punctuating his season with a Producer's Dairy Bowl record 88-yard touchdown catch. From there, he went to Stanford, where he was named Honorable Mention All-Pac-10 as a senior in 92, when Stanford finished 9th in the final AP poll. He made the Chicago Bears roster as an undrafted free agent and caught 9 career touchdowns over 8 seasons in the NFL. Sadly, in 2020, we lost Ryan to cancer, but his legacy lives on forever. Ryan Wetnight, a 1998 inductee into the Fresno City Wall of Fame, and certainly another Ram to remember.
Yeah, Ryan Wetnight left quite a legacy here in the Valley and here at Fresno City College as well. We'll see what these 2023 Rams, what their legacy will be in the end. Right now they trail San Francisco 31-10. First play of the 4th quarter about to take place. It's 3rd and long for Fresno City. Trujillo, best throw of the night, I think, right there, as he finds Valet Washington with another catch. So Valet getting involved, but it looks like we got a flag down in the Fresno City backfield. It would be a first down to San Francisco's 49 if the play holds up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense, number 58. 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Roughing the passer, the call, so the Rams get a break there. They move it 15 further down to the San Francisco 34-yard line.
That's like a good catch right there, Scott.
Yeah, that was a strike from Trujillo.
I'm talking about even the yardage.
The penalty, yeah. Yeah, it turns out to be about a 26-yard play in its entirety when you count the penalty yardage.
Yeah. I was just trying to be smart with you right now and try to be like a professor back to you.
You know, Mike, it's funny. There's still plenty of time left in this football game. If they could get a score, get a stop, and maybe make things interesting here, but they got to get in that end zone. Trujillo in shotgun. He's going to throw it out in the flat to Washington again. Valet getting involved, and San Francisco wasn't fooled that time as Katoanga is out there along with a couple of his buddies to bring him down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you know what, the other part that I want to tell you that I'm hearing through this headset is that our fans are getting back into it because of the same indication that you gave to all of us. There's time. There's time for us to get back in this game.
You got to be pretty much perfect, though, from here on out. Trujillo in the shotgun with Benjamin to his left. Trujillo looking, pressure coming, and now he hits Najee Cox, but that's going to be a short gain. Maybe a yard or two. Now they'll give him the 33. Actually, the 34th. So actually no gain on the play. So it goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Okay. I still consider inside 35 yards of their yardage back towards us. It's our yardage into there, right? It's the red zone. I'm gonna play this thing as 4 downs. I'm throwing right now.
Trujillo takes the snap. They're going to set up a screen. Oh, and a defensive lineman grabbed Deontay Benjamin. And what? I mean, that should have been a flag. Not sure how that's not called there.
Our fans are going nuts.
It happened right in front of the linesman as well. So Benjamin was trying to set up a screen, and the defensive lineman reached back with his left hand and just grabbed him to keep him from running downfield. No flag on the play.
The entire side on our side, Scott, is going really loud.
All right, so 4th and 10 now. The Rams are going to go from the 34 of San Francisco, trailing 31-10 here, 13:24 left. This is almost a must at this point. Trujillo in shotgun, has some time to throw, looking over the middle, throws it short of the marker. It's caught by Aon, but he's going to be well short. He's going to be 6 yards short of a first down, and the Rams are going to turn it over on downs.
Catalanga on the stop. Turnover on down, San Francisco football.
I mean, sometimes as a quarterback there, I think you see a guy flashing in front of you and you think he's got some space for the run after catch, but in that situation, it just wasn't there. It was the wrong read.
I get what you're saying. I just don't understand why you don't throw the football past the flag that's on the chain that I was already talking to you about. Throw the ball there, see what happens. You know, if you drop it, you drop it. But when you throw it shorter, way shorter, and you expect him to catch it, which he did, and get the yardage out of that, like a running back, it doesn't occur.
I feel like we're going to get a heavy dose here of Pearson and Washington for this final 13 minutes as San Francisco tries to milk this clock. And right when I say that, they're about to go to the air, but whistles blow, flags down, and...
False start.
Even more now, Scott, because of your initial perception of how this drive's going to go. When they get a false start on them now, just hand the ball off and just get out of this game. Get out of Fresno. It might be in their coaches' heads. And
this San Francisco team, I mean, I'm sure they got big goals in mind. A little bit of a down year, 7-4 last year, but remember they were undefeated state champions in 2021, 13-0. Their 8th state championship in school history. That's the most of any team. And they appear to be one of the favorites again this year, along with College of San Mateo, American River, who Fresno City played last week on 1st and 15 there. Hale throws it away, and so that'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
And it also stopped the clock on our behalf. So thank you, sir.
You know, American River and College of San Mateo played today in San Mateo. Battle of Unbeatens there. And 24-23, San Mateo pulled that one out. Pearson running to the outside the hashes to the far side of the field, and picks up 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. If you're Fresno City, yes, you want to try to get back in this game, but also at this point, coming off a 28-7 loss last week at American River, you want to build some confidence too, heading into a game next week, again here at Ratcliffe Stadium against Laney College, a 5 p.m. start. And then they'll have that bye where they could regroup, reassess, and kind of get ready for league play. Hale on 3rd and long, being chased in the backfield. He's got some room, and there's the speed. He's out past the 30, the 40, approaching midfield. Yeah, he's across midfield and goes out of bounds. Quentin Johnson smartly does not deliver a hit there on the quarterback as he's running out of bounds. He kind of pulls up, which is a smart move because they do love to throw flags in those situations. So first down for San Francisco. There you see the athleticism of Dorian Hale.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing to me, Scott. I mean, the fact that there was just a little tiny gap on the outside between his offensive line and the sideline on our side, he just took that. That's an alley just to get a first down and stop the clock. I don't care about a stopped clock when I'm winning.
Zone read, and Hale keeps it and then tosses it out to one of his receivers who leaps, who hurdles a defender. Wow, Max Rodarty with the play of the night right there.
Agreed. You even heard our fans go, wow.
That was impressive. Rodarty, the sophomore out of Capital Christian in Sacramento, he took a swing pass from Dorian Hale and was running forward, and he just completely hurdled a Fresno City defender, and he kept going. He landed in stride as well. That's pretty amazing. It's another first down for San Francisco. They're at the Fresno City 28. 11:30 now left to play. A little shovel pass to a motioning receiver there. I think that is number 6, Mahassan. And another good gain. Another creative play call.
Yep, definitely.
Shovel pass to Mahassan.
Just great athleticism, as you already indicated in your last comment. These guys, each guy just gets the ball in their hands. He's not going to drop it. Have we seen a fumble on their side? I don't believe so, correct? And we just see them just get past the other guys, which our guys are pretty athletic.
Yeah, San Francisco.
When I say I mean Fresno, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, we understand. We understand. You bleed Fresno red. I get it. Washington running, and he's going to score another touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco. Just a simple draw play there into the middle of the line, and Washington picked his way through a couple different holes, and he scores a touchdown, and that makes it 37-10 San Francisco. 10:51 left. Washington's second touchdown of the night. He had a 3-yard run in the second quarter. So Oliveira on to attempt the extra point to make this a 28-point game. Hold is good, and so is the kick. And it's 38-10 San Francisco. All right, let's take a break. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
And that'll be Dick. We aren't just HVAC specialists. We're a certified Lennox dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market, with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy great comfort and lower energy cost. Call Mr. Cool today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates from Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, 255-1644.
KC24 and CBS 47 Sports Anchor Scott Bemis back here at Ratcliffe Stadium alongside former Fresno City tight end Mike Brady. Hasn't been a good afternoon for the Rams from Fresno so far. They trail 38-10 with 10:51 left in the fourth quarter. San Francisco showing why they came in ranked number 4 in both state polls. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be taken by Teron Nix. That's Ruiz again on the kick, and he's shown some real athleticism. He brings it near side. He's out past the 30, the 40. Going to try to beat the kicker now into San Francisco territory. Still on his feet. He's inside the 40 down to the 37. So that's going to bring a little life to this Fresno City sideline. But we do have a flag down on the far side of the field. Let's see what the call is. It's on the grass at the Fresno City 42. Ruiz got all the way down to about the San Francisco 35.
During the return, holding on the return team, number 24. Penalty be enforced from the spot of the foul, first down.
A holding call from that return. From my perspective, Scott, I didn't see any holding. I just saw him being very athletic.
That was a great return by Ramon Ruiz, who's showed a lot of heart late in this game, and he's lobbying for some more playing time going forward, that's for sure. The freshman out of San Joaquin Memorial. New quarterback in the game for Fresno City. Ryan Markarian, the freshman out of Clovis West.
Yes.
Places Alec Trujillo. And Michael Runnels in the backfield with him as well. The ball came loose, and no whistle blew. Did it? Well, it blows now, but that was after San Francisco had picked up the football and started running with it. But I think they are going to rule him down. Well, the linesman's going to go back and talk things over with the white hat.
I believe that Coach C, Tony Caviglia, sorry, for all of you that are listening, if you don't know who Coach C is, that's our head coach. He keeps going in and out with these refs, all of them. He just wants to talk about what are you calling?
The whistle was blown. Result will be replay, first down.
All right, here's something you don't see every day. So an inadvertent whistle was blown on the play. So maybe that was a fumble, but it was just an inadvertent whistle. And so they will actually replay the down. This kind of reminds me of when you're playing in the street back in the day, like two-hand touch, and you're complaining, wait a minute, you were inbounds. No, you were out of bounds. You say, okay, let's just replay the down. Right?
Well, there was a dog barking. So we need to just, we can't do this anymore. We're getting interrupted by this. So, what? I don't understand.
1st and 10, Markarian. Zone read, going to look for his tight ends. Veltre Jefferson with his first catch of the day. And Veltre staying on his feet. The bounce back from Fresno State by way of Edison High School.
Wait, Scott, is that a tight end?
Veltre in there at tight end, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he introduced himself as a defensive end in camp to begin the year, but they have since moved him to tight end. And he had a catch last week, and he gets a catch today as well. So,
and you're sitting next to one, correct?
Yeah, why don't they just get tight ends involved? It seems to always lead to success. Markarian, now 1 for 1 through the air here after that completion. 1st and 10 from their own 43. Ryan takes the chest high snap, being pressured, escapes the pocket, runs up into the face of it, and tries to run, but he's taken down from behind by number 99, Derek Reagans III. Another flag down on the play.
That was pretty impressive by the guy.
On the offense, number 74.
What was he holding the guy that caught our quarterback? I'm not understanding.
That's Tyler Coyle, freshman out of Clovis West. To remind you that Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO is brought to you by E.M. Tharp, the transportation people. 9:39 left on the clock here. May not be big snaps for this football game as far as the result goes, but these are big snaps for Ryan Markarian and some of the other Rams that are getting in there for the first time. Markarian has played a little bit. Michael Runnels breaking into the clear. He's out past midfield. He's into San Francisco territory. The freshman out of Buchanan making some things happen there. It's a big gain from the 33 all the way to the San Francisco 42. 25 yards on the pickup. Michael Runnels.
There's nothing rude to say about this from me, but I'm here in Clovis West. Lineman, Clovis West quarterback, Buchanan, there, Edison. I mean, local guys. Is Coach going that way?
1st and 10 from the 42. That's Deontay Benjamin, another Clovis West guy.
Yes, another one. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Michael Runnels is kind of interesting because he looked really good in all the scrimmages in camp. He's looked good on a couple of kickoff returns this year. He got one carry, I believe it was last week, against American River, picked up 7 yards. The young man out of Buchanan, playing in that track, he put up some really good numbers in high school. Averaged nearly 7 yards a carry, 23 total touchdowns as a senior. He could be an interesting option going forward at running back as well. Markarian going to throw here on 2nd and 6 from the 38.
And that's no offense to the rest of the world, but you've been saying Clovis West, Buchanan, San Joaquin Memorial, Edison, this. Isn't that Fresno and Clovis? That's something that you're changing in a perspective as someone who's a fan, whose family's right here, and who knows who they are, and they're making a lot of noise. Yeah,
it really drives home the fact that Fresno City College is the Valley's team, right? And specifically, mainly Fresno and Clovis area. Although they do mix in some national guys as well. Markarian here going to throw again on 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, throws a little high, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 20 of San Francisco. That's Jalen Camp with the interception. And so Ryan was trying to step up into the pocket there, and I think he was looking for Travis Serwet, another freshman from Buchanan.
Exactly what I was thinking.
The throw was just a little high, and Camp comes up with the interception.
Where's Camp from? I'm sorry.
Jalen Camp is from he's from Terra Nova High School in Pacifica.
Thank you.
I believe Camp had a defensive touchdown last week as well for San Francisco.
Wow. I did not utilize my research on that child. Sorry. Oh, I just called him a child. On that player. That could be an adult.
New quarterback in there for San Francisco as they take over at their own 25. Short gain on a running play.
And
this is the time of the game, Mike, where I have to go into some of my notes here.
Okay.
To find some stats on some guys I maybe didn't expect to play that much in this game. So in there at quarterback for San Francisco is number 8. That's Teddy Boris, I believe. Yeah, Teddy listed as a quarter. Yep, that is Teddy. Teddy going to throw, look downfield, so leading by 28 with 7:19 to go. Coach Collins still going to the air.
Wow. I did do some research, as you indicated to me, on the telephone, and I did see that guy. So, that's impressive. Just see how he does right now, and with 7 minutes left in the game.
Boris coming into this game, 9 of 14 on the year. Does have a TD throw already this year, a couple picks. He's going to throw again on 3rd and 6 over the middle and just throws a heater that was too high.
I was going to say this exact same word you just said. What was that thing at? 90 miles per hour?
I'm guessing he was a good baseball player in high school.
I don't want to catch that as a tight end. That's going to hurt my hands. I don't have a glove on.
Josiah Aon.
There he is.
Back to receive the punt here as San Francisco will punt it away with 7:14 left to go on the clock. Ooh, the kick is blocked. Was it blocked? I think it might have been. It rolls around midfield. It came off real wobbly.
Yeah.
Diego Betancourt got in there. He might have gotten a piece of that football. He gets a high five over by the sideline.
That was partially blocked.
It came to rest at the 50.
Okay. So it was blocked.
Yeah, it deflected. There was still some forward progress on the kick, but it only got out to the 50. So Diego Betancourt with a good play there. The Rams have been good on special teams today. That is one positive that you can take away. They've had some good kickoff returns. Enriquez made his first field goal of the year. He made his extra point as well. They forced the bad snap, if you want to say that, on the punt, and then they had the blocked field goal as well, and the blocked punt right there, partially blocked at least.
And a great kickoff return that we know about. That somehow there was some sort of flag on that one as well. But, like you said, special teams has been awesome in my opinion today. But there's other aspects to an entire team.
Ashton Chalabian into the game. He's the holder on field goals for Fresno City. He's in there at running back now to Kerman High. He picks up 3 yards on that carry. Markarian's still in there at quarterback for Fresno City. And he's going to hitch Chalabian out in the flat. And Ashton trying to get forward. Brought down at the 45 of San Francisco.
But we don't find that defensive. I don't know. He's a defensive end or whatever with his helmet off. and the same time that he grabbed the face mask of the person that we threw the ball to. Nothing's wrong with that play.
Well, remember, they missed that pass interference earlier, too. That one was a bit shocking, that unless they were somehow saying that it was behind the line of scrimmage and you're allowed to touch a running back, but you're not allowed to grab them and hold them the way that they did. Either way. Markarian on 3rd and 5 from the San Fran 45. Looking over the middle. Good throw. He's got Jefferson. Jefferson's got the catch, and Beltre kind of hyperextended the leg there. I hope he's okay. Oh, no. Beltre's limping off.
Oh, no.
While he was running there, he made the catch at about the 30 and got down to the 25, but he kind of planted the foot wrong in the grass and kind of hyperextended the leg. Man.
Scott, you caught that amongst all of us.
Beltre's on his back now on the sideline.
That's not good. That's not good.
Man, I hope that young man's okay. And we're sending our best to Tabari Rollins tonight as well. Yeah. We'll try to get an update on him from Coach C in the postgame. Ryan Markarian still in there at quarterback, 1st and 10 from the San Fran 24, 5:18 left. Looking to the end zone, and it's nearly caught, but it goes incomplete. That was Zach Jenkins out there. Another freshman in the game now from Clayton Valley High School.
Looking for Jenkins.
Markarian just kind of threw it up for him, and he was in a one-on-one matchup out there, and he nearly came down with it in the end zone.
It was beautiful. That was a great play. I have no reason to say don't do that again. Do it.
That would have been Jenkins' first catch as a Fresno City Ram, and it would have been a pretty impressive one. But it falls incomplete, so now it's 2nd and 10 from the 24. Jenkins still in there along with Ruiz at receiver. And Chalabian running hard into a hole. Gets down to the 19 of San Francisco. So Fresno City into the red zone now. Trying to put some more points on the board with under 5 to play now in this football game. 38-10, San Francisco leads Fresno City College.
3rd down.
Xavier Garcia, number 81, was in there on the last play at wide receiver. Freshman out of Clovis East. He stays in the game now and comes to the right side of the field. Ruiz split out to the left. 2 tight end set. And they've got Runnels in the backfield, and Michael's going to get the carry and just kind of burrows his way forward. He's a small guy, Michael Runnels, 5'8", 175-pounder, and he gets near the first down line.
That was great verbiage there, Scott. It just burrowed.
There are certain terms that get used, right? And we don't want to make light of the situation right now as we have a San Francisco Ram who's down on the field. So yeah, let's take a quick timeout.
Yes.
And when we come back, we'll have more here from Ratcliffe Stadium. Fresno City trails 38-10. You're listening to Ram Football on 940 KYNO.
On the Rams calendar, brought to you by Valley Remnants and Rolls. Tuesday, September 26th, men's soccer takes on San Joaquin Delta at home at 1:30. Women's soccer hosts Merced at 4 p.m. Wednesday, September 27th, women's water polo takes on Diablo Valley at home at 5. Women's volleyball hosts COS at 6. Friday, September 29th, women's soccer kicks off at 1 at COS. Women's cross country is in Modesto at 2. Men's soccer hosts West Hills Lemoore at 3 p.m. Women's volleyball plays Porterville at home at 6. And women's water polo is in Stockton. Visit FCCRams.com. Introducing the Bassett Gallery inside Fashion Furniture. 120 years of the most beautiful American-made home furnishings you've ever seen. Bedroom and living room, contemporary to traditional. A room for every taste. Quality woods, finer fabrics, and hardware to last a lifetime. All handcrafted by skilled artisans who take pride in everything they build. Welcome to the all-new Bassett Gallery inside Fashion Furniture.
Good news is number 90 for San Francisco, Larry Poole, big defensive lineman, 6 foot, 290-pounder, out of Duncanville, Texas. He's a sophomore. Was able to get up and has a slight limp, but he's pretty much able to walk off under his own power. So that's good to see. You know, building off what we were talking about before, burrowed his way for a couple yards. There's certain terms, right, that we use, like in football and baseball. Why is it always uncorked a wild pitch? You never say he threw a wild pitch. You say he uncorked a wild pitch.
Scott. I didn't mean that in offense against the guy that was just down.
Oh no,
that was pretty scary. Both of the teams, aspect of people that go down like that are coming out to help him, and he's walking off. He's off.
Oh, they're gonna do a halfback pass here. It's gonna work. It's gonna work to perfection. That's Ashton Chalabian, the number 88, Colby McAvoy. Touchdown Rams. It's a TD for City, and it's a beauty.
With number what number caught it?
88.
Oh, well, what are you sitting next to?
Former number 88.
Yes, sir.
Colby McAvoy doing Mike Brady proud and the number 88 proud. The 88 club at Fresno City College, right?
Correct.
That was a terrific play.
Great throw. Great play. Great throw.
We finally had an opportunity to get excited here in the second half. As Chalabian, who was a quarterback, by the way, at Kerman High School.
I'm sorry.
I probably shouldn't say that over the airwaves for all those conference opponents later in the season, right? He threw just a nice touch ball to a wide open Colby McAvoy on the halfback pass. And the Rams have made it 38-16 here, and they're going for two. They're going for two, so San Francisco has called a timeout.
Okay. So when you throw it to someone like that, like a tight end or somebody like what you're sitting next to, and you throw it right to my chest, that's usually like pretty easy for me. Like I'm not like a catcher and like I'm a pitcher. I don't do that very well. You just gotta throw it right to my hands.
Well, it's funny when you're that wide open, right? Like you see that the play's working and you're that tight end slipping out of the flat and you're like, nobody's going with me. I bet it takes forever for that ball to get to you, right? As it almost is just like it's in slow-mo, right?
Correct.
You're almost like you hear the play call and you get so excited probably about it.
I'm like, man, did you just throw a curveball or what was that? Because it came right to my chest. I caught it. So that was awesome. So we're going for two over here, as he indicated.
38-16, 3:55 left. Yeah, the Rams.
Yeah.
That's the Central Valley Rams. Going for two here. Markarian in the pistol with Runnels behind him.
Yeah, just like San Francisco does. This is a different type of pistol.
Ryan slaps the hands, tries to get him to jump. They don't. Now goes up to the line of scrimmage. Changes the protection here. San Francisco showing some pressure. Markarian takes the snap and hands it off to Runnels, and Runnels finds his way into the end zone for the two-pointer. So a little positivity here for Fresno City College late in this football game. It's 38-18 now. No, actually, it's 38. Yeah, it is 38-18. 3:55 left to play here in this football game. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Fresno City College football on 940 KYNO.
Truck drivers play a vital role in the supply chain. Without them, store shelves would be empty. Supplies wouldn't be delivered.
Yeah.
If you want to make that play the Bemis' best, I think we should do that. Okay?
Cool.
National Truck Driver Appreciation Month. EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt would like to thank everyone in the trucking industry. To the drivers that work countless hours and cover miles, we thank you. Brought to you by EM Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt in Fresno, Porterville, and Bakersfield.
So this Fresno City crowd finally has something to cheer about here in the second half, as the Rams deliver the halfback pass for a touchdown from Ashton Chalabian to Colby McAvoy, and it's now 38-18 San Francisco with 3:55 left. We'll see if the Rams go to an onside kick here. They appear to be setting up for it. Johnny Enriquez has it teed up, and he kicks the onside kick. Big hop, and Go 10 yards, though. The Rams recovered. Fresno City College recovered, but that's going to be a flag, I think. He touched it before the 10 yards. Coming up with it was Dalu Danu, a freshman out of Buchanan, but they've dropped the flag. Dorian Hale played a majority of the first 3.5 quarters, but it's been Boris in there for the last 2 series. That was number 28 for San Francisco on the carry. That's Nathan Iskender, a freshman out of Hillsdale High School in San Mateo.
Second down.
2nd and 6 coming up with 3:30 and counting left to play. Looks like Fresno City's going to fall to 1-3 for the second consecutive year. Wouldn't have seen that coming.
I would not have even seen that coming either.
San Francisco is going to move to 4-0. Now remember, this is a gauntlet of a non-conference schedule that Fresno City has been playing as San Francisco picks up 3 or 4 on a carry there, and it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 35. All 5 of their opponents in the non-league section of their schedule were preseason ranked in the top 20.
Can I say a great verbiage again?
Go ahead.
By you, because that's the way it just happened. We'll see what happens here.
On 3rd and 1, good defensive play by Fresno City.
Yeah.
They make a tackle in the backfield there. Number 83 getting in there, Diego Rojas, who's listed as a tight end.
Yes.
But he's in their defensive line right now.
That's what I thought it was, and it was.
You also have some other backups who are getting time right now. Dalu Danu's in there.
Yeah.
Number 12, Noah Taylor, freshman DB out of Washington Union, along with Brian Gutierrez, freshman out of Clovis West at defensive back. So these are special times for these guys, because I'm sure 10, 20 years down the road, some of these fellas, it might be the only year they play of college football, or maybe one of 2 only years that they play, and they'll look back on this fondly that they got in games at this level.
There was just some action on the sideline over here, Scott, that looks like frustration by the Fresno City Rams, and I understand that. We were 9-1 as I indicated earlier, and 10-0 when I was in here earlier. And when you end up losing 3, you probably get a little frustrated.
Mark Van Horn in there as well, a freshman defensive lineman out of Clovis East. 4th and 2, San Francisco's going to go for it with 3:38 left here on the clock. See if this young defense here that's in there right now can get off the field. Oh, can't, as another fireball there from quarterback Teddy Boris. Scott Boris might have to look this guy up.
Yeah.
Bring him on as a client. It was complete for the first down.
How fast does he throw it off the mound?
I'll tell you though, that was about a 10-yard pass, like in actual distance traveled, and he threw that thing as hard as he possibly. That was a Josh Allen fireball right there. I'll give the receiver credit for coming down with that one. Boris in shotgun here, 2:12 to go. Another set of downs for San Francisco as we play out the string here at Ratcliffe Stadium. 38-18, San Francisco leads it. Boris rolling right, looking long. They're still throwing here.
Yeah.
With 2:01 left. And a flag down as the receiver got hit near the sideline there by Mateo Reyes.
I mean, what's the miles per hour? I mean, from him.
Have we ever measured quarterbacks with how fast they actually throw the football? I would love to get a jugs gun on Josh Allen.
I was already thinking that.
15 yards.
Josh Allen, obviously a guy we know well. When we think of junior college football, his name comes up. The former Reedley College star. I remember talking to his former offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that he literally threw the ball 80 to 100 yards at times in practice if they had a game where they challenged him to see.
Wow.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he maybe threw a football the length of the football field at one point in time. San Francisco on first down, keeping it on the ground, and they're inside the 10 of Fresno City with $1:50 and counting now left to play.
But we've never done what you asked me earlier. We've never done the MPH for a quarterback. We've never done the MPH for guys that just throw darts. Like I'm talking about darts.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny is that they now do the MPH in baseball, even for like the fielders, right?
Yeah.
For like the shortstop, right.
The
baseman, and it's kind of cool because sometimes you have a shortstop who throws the ball 100 miles an hour as Iskander goes into the end zone for a touchdown with 1:22 on the clock here. He gets in from the 6, so it's a 6-yard touchdown run for Nathan Iskander.
And Scott, we're losing some fans.
44-18 now with $1:22 to go. San Francisco's going to move to 4-0 on the season, and certainly not going to hurt their ranking either.
No.
I don't know if they'll move up in the rankings because I don't know if anybody above them lost, but I know number 1 ranked College of San Mateo won. Of course, City College of San Francisco, College of San Mateo, they are conference rivals, and that game always carries a lot of meaning at the end of the year.
Right.
45-18 is the extra point is good. So Iskander gets in.
Can I ask you a question online right now, Scott? You mentioned somebody's name from San Mateo for their team.
Interesting, right? Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I mean,
you would think that he would play at CSM, but I saw that a couple years ago when San Francisco won that state title and finished 13-0 in the state championship game. DeAndre Greeley, a kid from the heart of Fresno, had 2 interceptions in that game, and helped San Francisco win a state title. I think it was, I want to say David Piero, the older brother of Jordan Piero at Clovis West, was with this San Francisco team as well last year, a key receiver.
Can I tell you another person that was involved in my life and went to Bullard High School and went to City College of San Francisco? Simeon Santos.
Okay.
You can put that in your Google, and or anybody who's listening can look that up as well. I love the guy. We still talk.
Pooch kick, by the way. Guess who fielded it? Diego Rojas. Again, that's the second time tonight he's fielded a pooch kick and returned it into San Francisco territory. So the great special teams night actually continues, which is kind of ironic in a way, since San Francisco has really dominated this football game in almost every other way.
I find it really interesting also, Scott, that every time we have a line offensively or defensively on the field, there's 2-3 coaches in front of them. Not the entire offense, not the entire defense. It's just interesting to me. It's like get going. Get your butt going a little bit.
Well, maybe at this point in the game, they're trying to kind of keep the energy up. Markarian's still in there at quarterback. Takes the snap, throwing near side. Oh! And he was looking for Teron Nix, but it was almost intercepted as there was a little miscommunication there. They got their channels mixed up. Nix went long, and the pass came short and was nearly picked off. By the way, can you name the most famous actor? This is a tough one. To come out who is an alum of City College of San Francisco. And I'll give you a hint. Lethal Weapon series. I'm going to do the Jeopardy theme music here, right?
Yeah, that one was hard because...
All right, I'm going to give it to you. It's Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover spent some time at City College of San Francisco.
I was just thinking about the guy that we lost his life 3 years ago. But he's not famous.
Here's Runnels again, running into some open space. Near side, Michael Runnels.
Oh, my goodness.
Inside the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fresno City win. Michael Runnels, 44 yards to the house. And that makes it 45-24. So Michael Runnels making a play here late. And there is a San Francisco Rams.
Yeah, there's someone down.
Who's slow to get up. He's a little shaken up on the play. Let's hope he's okay.
Oh, no. He went back down again, Scott.
I believe that was number 23, Edward Kafuma Henry. But how about Michael Runnels?
Michael Reynolds, not Michael Brady. Michael Reynolds. Just another Michael. But this guy that's down on the field, okay, he got up. So now, I mean, there's some stuff happening that at least makes it a story, you know?
Rams are going to go for 2 again. They got Chalabian in there at running back behind Markarian. You've got Garcia and Nix in at receiver, both to the right side. Chalabian going to get the carry, bouncing it, and then slips in the backfield, and they won't get the two-pointer to go. So the two-pointer fails. So it's now 45-24 with 1:01 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
But it is amazing to see something that you can analyze, because I don't know if our audience knows this. The people that are listening to us know this. The people that are still sitting, there's people still sitting here know this. I believe that what you do and when you do it is to analyze what can come forward, and what can come forward can do it during the conference time. Right now these aren't conference games.
That's the great thing about community college football in the state of California, especially at the elite level, which is the national division. And for those of you who don't know, there's a national division and an American division. The national division is the one that actually plays for a state title. It's almost kind of like relegation and promotion kind of system. There are three main conferences in Northern California in the national division. The strongest one usually is the one that San Francisco is in, of course. It's the Bay 6 Conference with CSM, DBC, Laney, Chabot, Delta, and San Francisco. But that NorCal Conference, with American River and Butte in there as well, and Sierra, I mean, it's looking pretty tough this year as well. And then, of course, you have the Central Valley Conference with Modesto, COS, Reedley, Contra Costa, Sac City, and Fresno City. The Rams are going to try an onside kick again. Enriquez this time pooches it up in the air, and a fair catch is called for and caught by number 82. That's Darius Bedford of San Francisco. So let's see if they come out and maybe kneel it here with a minute left to play. I don't think the Rams from the Central Valley would call any timeouts if that was the case, but you never know. And head coach Jimmy Collins has still been throwing the football here on these last few possessions, getting his backup quarterback, Teddy Boris, some experience. Now remember, from here, the Rams host Laney next week here at Ratcliffe Stadium, 5 p.m. start. The Rams will try to get things turned around by welcoming Laney, again, another opponent out of the Bay 6 Conference.
Another opponent that your partner next to you played against at their place, which is nearly it's Oakland. It was pretty awesome that we just kicked their butts.
And they are going to take a knee here with under a minute to play, and so Morris just kneels down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. It's 45-24, 50 seconds and counting. By the way, Laney today, I'll try to see if I can get a score for you in the postgame show, but they're 1-2 to begin the season. They were at Contra Costa this afternoon. Contra Costa, by the way, 3-0 this year. That was a team that Fresno City handled pretty easily last year, right here at Ratcliffe, but Contra Costa 3-0 coming in. One score already final today, Diablo Valley at Reedley, and Reedley wins at 37-20, so Reedley now 3-1 on the season. And I mentioned that American River College of San Mateo score, 24-23. College of San Mateo, the top-ranked team, beats American River, the 5th and 6th ranked team in the two polls. All right, they take one more knee. That's going to do it here from Ratcliffe Stadium. 45-24 is the final. San Francisco moves to a perfect 4-0 on the season. Fresno City falls to 1-3. Stay with us. Got a bunch coming your way here on the postgame show. Hope to hear from Coach C. We'll also present Bemis' best play of the game. Stay with us. You're listening to Fresno City College Football on 940 KYNO.
What FFB means to me is for family business.
Brandon Cito, Relationship Manager at FFB.
My grandparents were small business owners, and I saw firsthand what that meant to the owners and their families, and that's what I think makes FFB so special.
Banking means different things to different people. Find out more at ffb.bank.
We take the time to build strong relationships, providing services they need to grow their businesses, and we can grow alongside them.
FFB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm Brandon Gonzalez. On behalf of the 4,000 members of the Fresno Association of Realtors, we're proud to support the winning tradition of Fresno City College. Every year in multiple sports, the Rams compete for a championship in one or more of the 21 sports played. The Rams are winners. It's what they do. Very much like the members of the Fresno Association of Realtors, except our goal is to help our clients win. Good luck and go Rams.
Valley Remnants and Rolls is Central California's flooring destination. If you're looking for remnants of every size and color, this is the place. In fact, not just for remnants, but tens of thousands of square feet of huge rolls of new carpet from major manufacturers. It's truly the single largest in-stock selection you'll see.
Hello, I'm Bob McClellan. Let us help you make it new again at Valley Remnants and Rolls on Blackstone, 1 block north of Dakota.
Truck drivers play a vital role in the supply chain. Without them, store shelves would be empty, supplies wouldn't be delivered, gasoline wouldn't be available. From the construction industry to ag and many in between, truck drivers are essential. September is National Truck Driver Appreciation Month. E.M. Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt, would like to thank everyone in the trucking industry. To the drivers that work countless hours and cover miles, we thank you. Brought to you by E.M. Tharp, Golden State Peterbilt in Fresno, Porterville, and Bakersfield.
At Donald P. Dick, we aren't just HVAC specialists. We are a certified Lennox dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market, with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy great comfort and lower energy cost. Call Mr. Cool today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates from Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, 255-1644.
This is the Rams postgame show on 940 KYNO. Brought to you by FFB, Bank on Better Services. Donald P. Dick Heating and Air, the home of Mr. Cool for 3 generations. Valley Remnants and Rolls, make it new again. Fresno Association of Realtors, we're here for you. E.M. Tharp, the transportation people. And by Fashion Furniture, there's nothing like it in all of California. Once again, Scott Bemis.
45-24 the final here. City College of San Francisco comes into Ratcliffe Stadium and wins once again the 9th straight win over Fresno City in this rivalry that dates back to 1981. It was the 23rd meeting all time, so San Francisco now leads that all-time series, 18 wins to 3 losses with 1 tie. That 1 tie, of course, came in the first meeting ever between these two back in 1981, as we heard from Woody Wilk at halftime. Mike Brady, as I bring you in here, 45-24, Fresno City goes down tonight to a very good football team. What's your overriding feeling after watching this one?
My overriding feeling is that I was involved in a game with them that you already mentioned earlier in 2000, and I believe, if I look back on it, you can look it up, but it's too emotional for me. I believe we lost by like 30 points, and tonight something was similar but not entirely the same. I don't want to be in a position where we feel as a team or people that were involved in it every time we played San Francisco. We've always gotten kind of in a department where we get blown out like this, and it's not necessary because we're better than that, and it happens. But we're going to continue to work hard and continue to play them because it's part of what we need to do. You know, there's a big effect on college football at the junior college level with the conferences that you mentioned to me and you mentioned online also earlier. So I just want to make sure that we keep trying hard, keep working hard, and do what needs to be done.
You know, the ironic thing about this football game, right, is San Francisco controlled it for most of the night, but at the very beginning of this football game, Fresno City came out with some energy and actually was running downhill on San Francisco on that first drive. Actually took a 3-0 lead early in this football game on that opening drive. They got the football, they took it deep into San Francisco territory, and it culminated with a 39-yard field goal from Johnny Enriquez, which was very good to see Johnny get something to go his way after that missed PAT in that loss to Sierra. This time, the upright is on his side, and it kicks in, and so he makes his first field goal of the year. Then they blocked a field goal, actually, a little bit later. Kevin Washington coming in and blocking, and you figure, hey, we're in business here. Fresno City, can jump out in front, put a little game pressure on San Francisco, who knows? But it was short-lived, that positive feeling, because in the second quarter, early on, Dorian Hale hit Max Rodardi, and that combo was lethal all night. 37-yard touchdown with 12:11 left in the second quarter. It was 7-3 San Francisco. San Francisco then got the ball back again, put another drive together. Tyree Washington 3-yard TD. That made it 14-3. Alec then threw his second interception of the night, and it was Hale to Rodarte again. 3-yard touchdown this time. It was 21-3, just like that, with 5:24 left in the first half. The Rams from Fresno then got a little bit of a break. A bad snap on a punt set him up in great field position, and it was Trujillo to Aon, a 2-yard TD with 1:33 left to go in the first half. That made it 21-10, and you figured, hey, the Rams are showing a little life here. Maybe they can get back in this football game. Actually had a chance to even get a little closer there right before halftime, but were unable to put any more points on the board. So it was 21-10 at half. All right, third quarter, San Francisco just kind of came out and put the exclamation point, I think, on this football game. Delivered a drive that culminated with a Hale to Jeremiah Crum 18-yard touchdown. That touchdown came on 3rd and 13, by the way. That made it 28-10 San Francisco with 8:38 left. Joseph Oliveira then, a 33-yard field goal for San Francisco. It's 31-10 with 1:33 to go. Then in the fourth quarter, we had a Tyree Washington 3-yard touchdown, 38-10. At that point, Coach C decided to insert Ryan Markarian into the game to see if, get the freshman out of Clovis West a little time at the quarterback position. And he threw an interception. But late in the fourth quarter, though, the Rams from Fresno did put together, a couple of nice plays, at least, to leave the field with at least some kind of silver lining, at least a good feeling at the end of the game, even though they fall in the end 45-24. And those two plays, which were great, they were a Ashton Chalabian to Colby McAvoy 15-yard touchdown on a halfback pass. It made it 38-18. San Francisco actually answered with a touchdown to make it 45-18 with about $1:22 to go. But Fresno City actually had one more touchdown in them. With 1:01 left, Michael Runnels, the freshman out of Buchanan High School, with his first career touchdown as a Fresno City College Ram, 44 yards to the house. The two-pointer failed, and that brought our final score to 45-24 in the end. All right, I know you're 1-3. I know you've lost 3 straight games. I know you got, dominated in a way here at Ratcliffe Stadium tonight. Are there some positives you can at least try to lean on as you head into this week of practice if you're Fresno City?
Yeah, I think that we have a lot of guys that just want to keep trying to put Fresno City College into a perspective that they are like, and I hate to say it this way, they are like in the community of Fresno State. Fresno State Bulldogs are pretty big, right? Fresno City Rams can be just as big. Is there anything like that in San Francisco aside from pro teams? I mean, when you're 18 years old, you're going to go play for one of those teams in the Bay Area? You're going to go do that? What are your odds of actually doing that? They're pretty low. When you're 18 years old and you go to a city that has Fresno State and Fresno City College football, you're going to put yourself in a perception of, I'm going to be undefeated. And guess what? Your partner was undefeated. And so just get yourself to that place. We played these teams that you're playing against. We didn't lose. We lost in the Hawaii Punch Bowl.
You tried to erase it from your memory, so
I don't even want to say it to them. And back into that story you already heard, they dropped a slant route on us in the first play and ran 80 yards for a touchdown. That wasn't a great feel. You start to lose your confidence level.